Here.
Yeah, all there. It's recorded now.
Calm.
There we go.
Let me hit the clap. Okay.
And we're here.
Okay, in the building.
It's charges to the game. You guys already know this is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Uncle J, but you can call me Jordan. I'm here with...
First most light skin on the podcast today. First most light skinned.
We got Dave. Who we got here today, bro?
We got G Millie,
G Millie.
also known as Goody Dongo, Brooker's King in the building.
How you doing, bro?
And it's a pleasure, boys. Thanks for inviting me.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
an absolute
We've been
pleasure.
dying for this
It's an
one.
honor. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Because what happens is like... Your thing is, it's just your authenticity. It's just real. Sometimes I'm like, is it detrimental that you're so real?
Now we need
like
that.
those days in your own personal life, because when you told the story about the browser, they're like, first of all, I have to see how she looks like. you showed everybody how she looks like.
I will.
Two podcasts now you've told that story, and I was like,
yeah.
nah, me too. I'm gonna ask her how she looks like. Research purposes. No.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm married man.
Of course. Okay.
60.
60 bucks. It wasn't even 60, it was 10 minutes, boys. 40 quid. Give me a discount.
Yeah, that's what. Sorry, I was saying that like it's detrimental sometimes that you're so honest that you go home and your missus is like you did too much, or you're more.
Because I was thinking that when I said on the podcast a few weeks ago, I said some of the guys we know go on a ledge.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you. Because some of the stuff you say, I'm like, yeah, if I said that, yeah.
She knows the gig.
She knows the gig.
She knows, and it's like, that's one of them things I always tell her, yeah. One day you could look back and this is going to make us money. We don't have to work out again.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, and I really believe in that, because we're going to talk about like self-belief, ceilings, all that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really do believe like my trajectory is mad, and these are all coming from a real place. These stories, you know what I mean? There's no point in me faking it, because a lot of people like you. Obviously, I know you years, but we're only getting to know each other. Last couple of years. But people know me.
Okay.
So I'm up here fabricating stories.
Yeah,
they're not as funny because they're not real.
They're not real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't lie to people. So.
Because it doesn't make money yet. Because obviously, if you're making money from this, because if I was making money from doing this, I'm going home and saying whatever I want, and I'd be like, look, it's content.
Yeah.
Who pays for this house? What pays for this house?
I get paranoid because it's like people like I'll be going into work and people are like, oh Dave, I saw the podcast.
Yeah,
and all this stuff. I'm
yeah,
like, oh yeah,
yeah,
did you?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
That's
like this. I'm getting nervous. Like I'm literally like, and then I'm like, do I talk mad in the podcast? Because like on the off chance they might be listening to the podcast, and then
You
I'm
actually
like,
don't. I don't. I'm afraid that when you started using big words and all that.
Yeah.
You said palatable or something. Palatable. Spell that. You know what I mean? It's like, so no, you don't really. But no, I say to her like, look, this. She met me like this.
Yeah.
She met me like this. She knew.
Yeah.
She just what she fell in love with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, babe, it's content. It's my life. Is what it is. It's a joke. It's making people laugh. That's it. So she understands.
Like, and I guess some of the stories,
It's understandable.
It's even happened before her, like the one, the Tala Browse, whatever that story that you keep telling, that happened before her. So sometimes it's like I can't even get mad, and it's more so me. It's like now it's like I can't tell stories that happened with my missus because I'm not sure if she's ready to share that kind of content or share that kind of information, and I can't be using that trauma for my content if she's like still healing or whatever she's doing with it. I don't know, so I can't use it. That's why I was kind of like
I've had to
curious.
adapt though, because there was one joke I cracked on Twitter. Remember that day I was going mad?
Yeah.
Love Island.
Where
Wait. Can we run up what you said?
yeah, go on, go on.
You say what did he say? What it was about? Tasha and
Andrew saying I love you after 2 days or something.
I don't even know if I love my
something.
missus. Fuck's sake.
But you know the thing about those kind of things, yeah? And the thing about Love Island in general, there's a lot of projection. Like, do you know how when Dami's doing his thing in Casa More, people have been in that situation where they've probably got played or felt they got cheated on. So they're coming on to Dami, but it's not coming from what Dami's doing. It's coming from their own feelings. Because Dami and Tasha were doing the same thing. But because some girls were like, if my man tweeted this, I would feel a certain way. But it's not your man tweeting. I said this to you. I'm like, a lot of people are just projecting how they would feel onto you. If the two people in on it are laughing, that's all. Then it doesn't matter. If I go onto Twitter,
and people are still getting super invested, like even post Twitter, like you see people like giving out about like India not getting a deal and they're projecting. I'm like, I beg, I'll project you a job application if you want. Do something.
what did you have to adapt? What did you feel like you had to adapt? You said you had to adapt. So
No,
why?
so it's the whole. I spoke to her, and she obviously she didn't really feel that one, because it was one of them things where she's in soup, boy. She loves me. Do you know what I mean? She proper loves me. So it's, and I even heard Kevin Hart say on an interview somewhere, he said like jokes that he uses with his daughter and stuff. They're going. People in her class are using that on her. She's like, chill. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them things where it's like, there's some things that I can't say. when it's about me, it's no holds barred, irrespective of whatever feels what. It's my story. I can tell it. You get me?
Yeah.
When it's about other people, you can dabble in it.
Yeah.
But you see how they feel first. Show me.
It's the idea that you don't want to do it in their expense either. Like it's like, but that's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes we talk about that. And it's like she might have not cared what you said. It's that other people had to read it.
Yes.
And now she's pissed off. She's literally like, now other people are thinking, Goddy's like, I'm one of Goddy's props in his jokes or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's tricky territory. So.
And sometimes they might like, do you know ever in school when someone slags you didn't even care. And then you see someone says, I wouldn't take that. Yeah. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, should I? Am I violating? Yeah. But before, like, especially being young, now we're all grown. If someone says I wouldn't take that, you're like, yeah, whatever, bro. I don't really care. But when you're young and your ego and your demand, especially being around all boys, and one of the boys, especially if this was like the man even, you know, the group leader. He said, you taking that. All of a sudden you feel like, I can't let him take over me.
Yeah. And it's just the fact that it was all the fucking quote tweets, man.
Yeah,
that's
all the girls going mad.
Everybody in the quote tweets was going.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that. I didn't care that people that don't know. I don't give a shit about that. People that knew me were like, oh, that's sick. This is that. I'm like, you all know me for joking with this. What the fuck you all know mad for? You know what I mean? I'm like this. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's what I was fuming. Tweeting. I did about 6 tweets. My head was gone. I was like, what the fuck? That's only a fucking Jack Horse. I love
by the way, so
left. Killing her after 3 months. After 3 months. Of course I love her.
This guy's good.
No, boy, Tiago was planned. Like, Vinay wasn't planned. She's a mistake.
This guy's so good.
No. She was a mistake. But Tiago, we're having sex one night, and she was like, put a baby. And I goes, yeah, no, fly out, why not? I'm in love with you, you know what I mean? Like, what? I don't love her, like.
I've no words.
I've no words. Oh my God. Boy, I thought this is going to be a hot one.
I put a kid in her after 3 months.
Danny's kicking already.
I'm recording since late April or whatever.
No.
On the real, your kid, Tiago was planned.
I swear on his life.
Why you, okay.
On his life, he was planned.
Yeah. Why were you sure you could have a baby with someone after 3 months? Because for me, that's a bit.
It is nuts. No, be honest, it is nuts. But it's one of them things where obviously I've spoke. You all heard, but I went through during lockdown.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just prayed to God. I was like, look, I made mistakes. I was doing rubbish on the X, and it was one of them things where like I was humble. She got with someone, and my head was gone. I thought it was one of them things where I'd be like 3-4 weeks, I'd be back in the gap. But she got with someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously he was going through shit, but then Amy came along, we were hanging out, blah, blah, and I was like, you know what, I like this girl. She go with my daughter or whatever. Get with her, I'm just like, right, this is the one. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not messing around.
There's no rules to it.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So then it was just like, yeah, man, just one of them passionate ones, and I just like left it in there. You know what I mean? Like, left it in there. But I know I'm going to marry this girl. You know what I mean?
You said something to me on Noella's birthday. You actually said, like, you said, bro, this is my I have two kids with 2 different women now. Yeah. This for me has to work.
Yeah.
Does that not put extra pressure in the relationship?
No, it does. It does put 100% because one of them things, it puts extra pressure on our relationship, and it puts pressure on me because if this flops, I can't see myself getting another woman. If I was to marry, I want to marry. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Yeah.
So if I want to marry, if I want to marry someone with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we agree that we're not gonna have kids.
Yeah, okay, so it's for 2's the limit for you. Unless it's with Amy, you want more.
Because technically, the majority of the time you have known each other, you like you have conceived a kid basically.
Yeah.
You don't really know each other beyond that.
That's why she's all on this. Oh, I want to get engaged. I'm like, yeah, you chill out. You know what I mean?
No. You put a baby in the after 3 months, and then you're saying
I might be with Dongo on this. I might be with Dongo. Okay, yeah.
There's always a method of madness.
I'm hearing it.
Speak to me.
So the thing is, yeah, like I fucked up with the like this breakup has affected my daughter, where she's moving mad with certain situations, blah blah. If we have time, we can get into it.
Oh, of course,
too like me.
She's just like,
get me. Where long story short, where she's kind of moving mad towards Amy, and I remember one time like Amy asked her straight up like, "Why are you doing this? Where you keep moving mad?" And she goes, "I keep doing this." She said it's to Amy now, not to me, not to my mom, Amy, direct. She goes, "I'm doing this so me and my mom and dad can keep talking so they can get back together."
It's tricky, man. It's tricky.
You get me?
Yeah,
with marriage, I don't want no ex. I want to do this right.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna marry her, I need to make sure this is right. You get me? Because I told her she's on trial.
Yeah.
No. You said you're on his side because for me, your reasoning makes sense. Of course, it makes sense. Like you want to be sure because if you're gonna do this marriage thing, I've talked about this so many times. I had to be. Yeah. My missus tells me she said she knew after 6 months, and in a way she did. She was telling me to, like 6 months in, let's do joint bank account. I was 24 years old. I was like, but then she looks at me like, see, if we started then. We have loads of money now, but it's such a big decision 100%. In life. I couldn't make it lightly, so I hear it. But it's just wild that you say I put a kid in her in 3 months, but not to commit to her for the rest of my life.
I agree with you on that point, though. I think if I'm choosing the partner I want to be with for life, I've got to get it right. Yeah, and it's more for me from a place of. Fuck, man, I hate to turn this thing into a therapy session like every fucking week, man.
Bro, like, this is podcasting.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. This is
I want to give you flowers
is.
before you continue. I want to give you flowers, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a mixture of him and yourself. Yeah, but with you, when I listen to you, I like to listen to you because you're so intelligent, bro. I feel that way because our culture, they want they want all this, bro. I love listening to you guys. You have a lot to bring to people. You know what I mean? Like,
Thank
and
you,
I want people to really start listening to you guys because some of the shit you talk about.
Yeah.
Like I said, you are a podcaster. You're excellent at what you do, bro.
Yeah,
you're
thank
excellent. You. And then you mirror where you can't have me as well. You have that. You bring the banter side to this. You know what I mean? Deji is the Mr. Cool, sexy, whatever. Yeah. Pause.
We're gonna whore him out.
You are a podcaster, bro. You're excellent, bro. So I said I'll give you your flowers.
Thank you. Flowers, bro. Love.
Why are you blushing, bro?
I'm quivering enough on the mic, you know. Well,
I like these conversations.
It's warm in here, chap. Why are you drinking Hennessy? Relax, boys. Relax. I'm not crying yet. I've cried already today. But I hear it, man. Like, I feel like for me, I have to get it right because it's not a good way of looking at it, but it's like my redemption. Do you know what I mean? Like, because my parents are doing what they could. Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, it was a marriage that just didn't work out. Do you know what I mean? So it's like respect to them. I understand that. I've taken a bit of the process from them, and I'm gonna apply different things they taught me or conditioned me to do into my life. But I want to do it different. Do you know what I mean? I want to remix. I want to do something completely different. So I feel like there's always this kind of pressure on me to get it right because I'm the same. And it's a whole different dynamic altogether when you have kids because I don't want to get it wrong. And then my kid is
trust me, bro.
resenting both of us for getting it wrong. I feel like I failed something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm at that stage right now, bro. You know what I mean? Even like with my daughter, I went out the other day, and obviously I take her on Wednesdays. I think I was out Thursday and Friday. It's just one of them things where just she's getting disappointed because she's not seeing me. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah.
It's heavy, man. It's heavy. Usually it was grand at the start, but obviously these problems start creeping up, and it is heavy. And I know I fucked up. And I told her when you're old enough, I'm not one of these baby. It makes me sick even saying this, but baby dads that will all chat shit on my ex that I didn't do wrong. I'll tell. If I have a conversation with you lot, I'll say what I did wrong, and obviously what she did wrong as well. And it's not one of them. It was her. And I told her to Vinay, when you're old enough, I will tell you everything. Do you know what I mean? The truth. Because I probably her ma, this is me probably being boys, but I think her ma will stitch me up and say, oh, it was on me. Do you know what I mean? But I'll say my part, and I'll say this is why. Do you know what I mean? Like this is where we ended up.
What are you trying to do to keep a healthy co-parenting relationship like with your?
I tried everything, man. Like I said, I apologize for the rubbish, fucking up, doing everything. Even a couple of weeks ago, I saw her outside of Charlie's, and I was talking to a fella. A fella's actually 100%. He's a cool lad. Yeah. Played ball with him there in that charity game that I played the other week.
That's important.
He's 100%.
Yeah.
Went to give her a hug. She backed up. I was like, okay.
Listen.
And this clown that was beside her was like giving it the whole, oh, that's my friend. I was like, yeah, relax. We fucking daughters, man, you tick. What you mean? Fuck off. Sorry, boy. I know.
Let it off, boys.
Fuck off. Like, what you mean? Like, I'm not out here just hugging random people. And I even apologized for it the next day. I was like, sorry to make things awkward or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah,
see, what I wanted to ask is, I feel like when you talk about the stuff like this, you come across very well as well. But sometimes when you're releasing an episode and it's gonna come across maybe as a deeper episode, for me it feels like you put a disclaimer like this is gonna be a deep one, this is gonna be whereas you just don't put it out and let people enjoy. Do you feel like you're under pressure to be like perform or to be entertaining, that if you're being or if you have a bit more depth, people are not listening to you?
Because the thing is, you don't have to explain to these guys.
Yeah.
You don't have to fucking explain to these guys at all.
You'll say stuff like, my real ones will fuck with me on this, but I'm like, I enjoy the Congo Boy TV episode in terms of entertainment as much as I enjoy the ones with Blessing, because I told you my sister's autistic, so I resonate with that. But I also resonate that Congo Boy just came to even what's his name? Fabudi. I can enjoy both of those episodes because as a person, you're like you have range, you know. But
Fabudi and Blessing evoked emotion in
emotions,
me, and I enjoyed them equally.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to tell you.
So that's what I'm trying to say. But for me, I feel like you put out a disclaimer. Do you feel the pressure to be like, I need to be entertaining?
I knew like, obviously, Sosa episode was deep and Blessing was deep. So I was just like, lads, hang in there. They're gonna get funny from Blair's episode all the way up to episode 6, which is Ava next week. Like, they're funny, like, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I felt like people be like, oh, what's he on about here? Do you know what I mean? Like this, that, and that.
Yeah.
It's just actually, I just sat back. Like that Congo Boy episode, I can't watch that episode.
Why?
Why not?
I just cringe at myself.
Why not?
Congo Boy told him, rap. He says, that's not a freestyle. That's one of your own raps.
I was Congo Boy to yamming chips and burger and that one.
He just came with
I feel like I was just... I know he pissed me off, Congo. He rattled me, Congo.
Yeah.
He really did rattle me.
If anybody's showing up to a podcast chewing, eating a fucking
he
burger,
rattled me, but I just feel like I
chips.
should have had a bit more self-control. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't look good on my part.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look good on my part.
But that's what happens. You're like, if you have a certain person on and they're evoking a certain type of emotion, I know later on we all get disappointed in ourselves, but at the same time, like you even have kids, so you might act some way towards a kid and you'll be like, fuck, I shouldn't. But the way, like I keep saying, like both of them, I don't think you need to be like, oh, chill on this one, relax with me. I'll give you his entertainment next week, because I said it to the lads. I'm like, is the perception that Goody has to be the clown, the people that like Mourinho when they went to Anfield, it says they wanted the clowns, they wanted the circus.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to be like
No.
the guy that it has to be funny all the time. It doesn't. You gotta just let that go.
The beauty of range is you don't have to discuss your range. People can interpret it.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of, not that it takes a lot away, because what you're doing is excellent. I've seen the transition this year. But what takes away from it sometimes is what we're trying to say is that you explain. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going deep on this one. You don't have to explain it, because we know Gotti this year. We know what Gotti's bringing to If I Speak Season 2. There's range. There's range. And that's the thing. And I've seen you kind of transition as a podcaster as well through this season. So the thing is with range, you don't have to explain it to people. Like, people just become synonymous with it. Like, it's like an actor.
What's that mean?
Like,
synonymous.
This guy, man.
They just adapt to it.
They're familiarized with it. Yeah. So it's like, so people just become familiar. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Ryan Gosling does a thing. But we became familiar with what he does, what Ryan Reynolds does. I'm bringing actors as an analogy because they have range. They don't sit there behind the scenes and go, yeah, I wanted to bring this. They just, it's like unspoken rage.
Do you listen to Halfcast?
Yes.
With poets. Yes. Can't poet be funny and serious and both be enjoyable?
Yeah.
He's like the perfect example.
Yes,
because poet can be like hilarious. Yeah. But sometimes you listen to him like, Kyle is so fucking smart here, right?
Yeah. That's why I was saying, no, you don't like him with poets.
No, I love
listening.
It's the same here. It's like,
I love listening to him.
And he's unpredictable. He'll let you interpret what mood he's in.
Yeah.
So you won't have to be. He won't be telling you 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna be, this or that on it. We have to interpret.
And where came the change, boys? Because I know with football, what I used to do with football, right, boys? I used to study. If my son's into football, and I was telling my brother Sean, watch other people and learn. Do you get me? So what I do, I watch loads of podcasts. I love Steve Barley. I love we watch what's the one that we watch?
The Pivot.
The Pivot. Clark. I like listening to them. Do you know what I mean? How they control the room and all that. So I just said, right, this is what I want to be, because it was a bit, when I did If I Speak Season 1, I was just like, I wanted to give people a clown show. Do you know what I mean? Like, be rash, say mad stuff. But then I was like, do you know what? No, let me sit back. And I can't give you as funny, serious, and deep. Do you know what I mean? So
but you have to understand
that's where the change came from.
You have to understand what you're coming off the back of, though.
That's true.
1 minute tops, so it's finished.
Yeah.
You have to ride that momentum.
Yeah.
We understand that. Nobody's going to fault you on that.
10 million views on TikTok, and if people know you for that, people are coming expecting that.
Yeah.
But that's how you get them in the door, and then once they get in the door, they like you.
That's what happened. Smiley hit me up. He was like, one day, he was like, obviously, I think it was like it was the Gabby episode. That was another deep one, and people were like, "Oh, we expected Goody to be funny and all this." Almost like if you watch my Instagram,
but who is saying this?
This is
the thing, though.
People don't watch podcasts.
You've got to
podcasts are funny.
You've got to understand sometimes. A lot of your audience aren't watching podcasts.
No.
So don't even explain it to them. You don't have to tell them too much.
That's it, because when I was saying it to Dave, I was like, does it feel to you like he's explaining? Because one of my favorite podcasts is like Brilliant Idiots. Yeah. It's literally Brilliant Idiots. It reminds me when I talk to my friend Chris. We're just two dumbasses and we're trying to explain politics to ourselves. Like we have no clue, but we'll try to interpret it in a smart way. We'll be funny, we'll be serious, and then after that we can talk about eating ass. We're not in the same half an hour. So I was like, no, I just wanted to say that to you because I was like, you don't need to explain yourself to anybody. You just need to put out the content. Those who gravitate will, and those who don't. You don't like that. That whole thing is fine with me.
It's like a Drake album, man. They won't get it now. They'll get it later.
That album is trash. I wanted to ask you actually this because before the podcast, I know don't worry guys, we're gonna get funny. See, there's no need to explain. I want to ask about your dad. This season you've been speaking about that relationship a lot, so it's weighing heavy on your mind.
Yeah.
And the thing, like, obviously because you're a dad to a son now, so it's probably even weighing more heavy on your mind. A lot of what you said too, because I have a good relationship with my dad, but a lot of it I could resonate with. So just like saying, I've heard my dad say, "I'm proud of you" one time, and I've held on to it. One time, I graduated from college. I had to go to school, finish school, go to college, get a degree, just to hear him make a speech and say, "I'm proud." So I resonate with that. My thing is, they're probably stuck in their way. Are you gonna then make an effort to be like, "Dad, because I can tell it's like, just listening to you, I can tell it's something you want to make right, but I don't know if you will."
See, even I remember it's stuff like seeing your tweets, how like your dad's always happy when your brother comes in the house.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, I'd like that feeling. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day, I wouldn't have given a rat's, but I'd like, because I have that relationship with my daughter and I will have that relationship with my son. So I just would wonder what that'd be like. We just have a relationship. Do you know what I mean? So, and he was ill there. Like 2 months ago. I was still working on Abrooks, and I remember, ringing him because obviously trying to help my ma out and stuff. I remember speaking to him on the phone and he couldn't talk, like he lost his voice, like. And I remember just thinking in my head, if he goes now, I've wasted like 20 years of not liking this dude. I know I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah.
And boys, I'm not gonna lie, I put down the phone. I just broke down.
Yeah.
I haven't said this to anybody. I broke down.
It's just more of the frustration of it. If the worst was to come to the worst, like I didn't try to make shit amends. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and you feel stupid because like I held this grudge. Pray to God, man. Just heal this guy, and I am, because I used to be stubborn. I used to say, I think I said it on an episode. I said like, he has to come to me.
Yeah, he's literally the one with Blair.
Yeah. You boys like nah.
But they're setting
you're an adult now.
As Jordan said.
Yeah, you're an adult now. So at some point, you will also be accountable.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of way? Because people look at you. Okay, when you're 16, it's up to the dad to make amends. Now you're like 29. You're nearly 30. Yeah. Someone look at you and say, "Why didn't you try?" Because you knew if he wasn't gonna try. Because I said it to you off air. The part that broke my heart listening is like, your dad couldn't ask you to come to your. He couldn't ask you, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, that's what it's for Brianna. Yeah, to his own grandchild's party. Yeah. Like I'm gonna say no, like ever. Yeah. It's just like I've said this many times, but it's just like stuff like being with your like Irish friends, like white friends. He's walking by you, and they're like, what? That's your dad. Like it's like this is. I will be in that house and not speak to him for months. He's walking by, nothing. You get me? He's there, but he's not there. You get me? Like,
if you don't mind, where did it all stem from? Like, why was there a disconnect? Because I knew maybe I would say, like, I said it to my dad. They were raised in like the 80s and 90s in Africa, and we're raised in the 2010s in like Europe. So there's already like a cultural disconnect here. They just don't understand our world. We don't understand their world. So what I wanted to ask you is like, do you know at what point it just stemmed from?
Summarized that. And I think, do you know what it is? Yeah, you know, African parents, they want you to go to school and that. I think I think he said it before, because we've had arguments before, and I've said it to him about stuff like this. But he said like, I'm not gonna like reward like you aren't doing that. You aren't going to school, this, that, and that. So I think it stems from that, his anger towards that. You get me? But even stuff that he, like, I've said this though, and I'll give him his credit. Even stuff that he has said, like, I look at my life now, like, I remember walking in Labrooks and stuff, and I remember listening. I was like, my dad, everything he was telling me about working hard in school, he was right. About life, I was clocking just certain things about friends and all that, like, and just watch out for this, that, and that. If you're not careful, you're gonna have a kid early, all this type of stuff. I had Vinay at 18.
The thing is, though,
you know what I mean? So
your dad can give you teachable lessons, but I think what people don't really factor in adult life is you're your dad's brethren now. Yeah. Like, you hit a certain age where you're your dad's mate as well. So I realised that I went to pub with my dad and we watched Man City and Newcastle. Yeah. We're sitting there and he just asked me questions. He's asked me a few things, and like I'm doing it, like I'm chatting to him But even sometimes, like my dad's a joker. Like, do you know what I mean? My dad's from Inchicore. Like, he's a joker. Like, he'll joke about everything. It's like being from Brooker. It's like being from Tala or wherever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like I have to. It's like I have to sit there and go, no, don't say that. Don't say it. Like, I have to teach him. Like, I'm sometimes nearly having to teach him social cues. Like, don't say that. He'll joke with the way he'll joke. I'm like, don't say that. So I realized that I was because I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, it's mad. I'm nearly 25 now, and I've got to teach my dad things. And all I've ever known is my dad teaching me things, principles in life. I've adopted them principles in life. I built up my own principles in life. I now came back and have to teach him stuff sometimes. So it's like it's actually mad when you actually clock that your parents are actually flawed as well. And you've got to teach them
human
shit
beings.
too.
Like on that, my dad. I got to an age like I told you, my dad was like school. He's also like he's a doctor as well. So for him, it's like school, go to school. He came to an award ceremony at school once and. We cleaned it. The Africans cleaned it. The music, the sports, the media, we cleaned. He said to me, says, why was there no academic awards for African kids? The next year, he went back. Nathan won a maths award, The guy did not shut up about this for a month. So
that's why he smelled the Nathan.
Like, that's his thing. So then I'm like married now. I'm leaving the house and he's looking at me. He's telling me, he's like, you know, sometimes I want to talk to a man. I want to talk about a man. I have no friends in this country. I don't want to talk to your mom about certain things. I should be able to talk to you. I'm looking at this guy's like, when did we cross the line that you can just come and chat to me about your life?
With you.
They
want to be boys.
I know because your listeners are probably like, well, these men are deep this week. I'll tell you a funny story about him. Right? So he's in hospital, right? And my daughter's talking about getting a tattoo, right? When she's older or whatever. And he goes, no, you can never do that one. Hey, you be walking around like a bitch. I was like, what?
You didn't even know he could
very
curse.
good with my children. I remember when Amy was overdue with Tiago, the little bollocks. She had to get a fucking C-section and all over them. Like, you know what I mean? So I remember him ringing me on the phone. I'll just be a mad passionate, saying, I know you love God and I know you're into God and all that. Make sure you pray. Tiago's not going to be overdue, blah, blah. The nigga was 2 weeks overdue. But look, he was passionate about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you were proper passionate about it. So that makes me, that's one of the reasons why I look at him like, you know what, do try with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it did take, it's like life, boys, isn't it? It takes when someone dies or whatever for people to start deep and stuff. So it took for like him losing his life for me to be like, right, make an effort because I know I will.
Sitting there and thinking of the different facets of them, like it's like,
he is a funny guy. You know my dad, Mourinho they call him.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Mourinho, everyone knows my dad. Like, I don't sort of hear, your dad's gosh, he's not like that with us. You know what I mean? He talks to Brianna, that's it. He's the youngest.
Because I had a time as well in my teens when I used to be beefing my dad, and like that, my mates would be like, he come in and suddenly he's the comedian. He's like,
Dave, do you know what's fucked about this, yeah? Your dad's white.
Yeah.
So the white dad, you hear me with playing. The white dads used to like, you know what I mean? Kids are parting Montclair jackets and all. John that day of Christmas and all.
He's like, you shouldn't beef your dad, he's white.
No, my dad went through phases where he's tough, like.
Yeah?
Yeah. He had the same.
That's mad.
Yeah, like a minor phase. Be like peak recession.
Like one of the reasons we used to beef him as well at home, was Christmas. Because you wouldn't buy gifts around like that. We'd be like, I remember one year, you got me a skateboard for Christmas, you know what I mean? Like,
when you go back to school, do you lie to the boys?
I lied! I'm like Nintendo's and all, and they're bringing in theirs. Where's yours?
My mom let me bring it. It's not
you know what I mean? Like, one of the reasons why I'm such a Grinch, because my dad's supposed to be like, do Santa and all, so I was told, I hate Christmas, of course, this sole reason. I was told, you write your letter for Santa, give him his cookies and milk, put it on the mantelpiece, and then he'll come and give you your presents, right? Woke up next morning, boys, Christmas morning. Ask him why that cookie's still there, the biscuits are still there, the fucking the letters collecting dust. I didn't get nothing that Christmas. You know what I mean?
The cookies are going stale.
Cookies are like bricks, man. Nah. Do you know what I mean? So stuff like that dads are supposed to do. You have a white dad, tell me you're beefing him.
He wanted you guys to know early. Is that this Christmas thing? It's not happening.
Bro,
what is cookies of milk?
I'm a Grinch at Christmas, bro. I'm a Grinch at Christmas.
Is that good to hear?
I'm a Grinch at Christmas, bro. I'm a Grinch at Christmas. Is that good to hear?
That's what I wanted to ask. Do you think it's why we do this? Because, this isn't my point. This is like, I've heard from a comedian. It's like, we love the pat on the back. We love the validation. We love you guys, your podcast is great. Oh, I see you on the pod. We love hearing that because initially we didn't get it from the one person that maybe not you, but like I said, I've heard it once in my life. You've said on the podcast you've never heard it. So now that we found a way to give content and get the validation, because I was talking to Tommy, he was in my gaff like last week. I said, what's your relationship like with your dad? He says, not the best. I asked him about his co-host and where's your head at? He says, oh yeah, it's kind of similar. Deji as well, Dave as well. So and even Kevin.
Don't get me wrong, I'm good with my dad now. I'm just referring to
even Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's a lot of comedians and they're like, the fact that we do this, we're on cameras, we're putting on social media, we're doing TikToks. We like the validation. We like the people saying, "Oh yeah, that's good content." Or as much as we can say, "Oh, I do it because I enjoy it." But at the same time, if you could do it because you enjoy it, after the camera stops, you don't put it anywhere. You just go home. But we post it online because then it got me thinking. It's like, is that still us seeking for a way for people to be like, "Man, I love your podcast, man."
Oh that's I don't give a fuck.
Does that come from somewhere?
I'm an attention seeker. Like I don't deny that.
I wouldn't go as far as that, even though certain man have said that I am an attention seeker, which that's what I was saying. No friends in the industry.
We've got to be though, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Keep that
It's more impact for me. I don't care about validation.
Okay.
It's impact. It's getting messages saying, "Goody, I've had a shit day, but I listened to your podcast and I'm in a good mood now." That fulfills me. I could not give a shit about attention.
The attention.
I always tell Amy every single day, all this attention, from the minute it blew, I don't give a shit. It's impact I'm trying to make. Because I know where I come from. I know what my story is. So I'm trying to touch, I'm trying to touch people in a sense of, like, if I can come out with this situation, living in Brooker, people getting killed on top of me, Maz Road, gas getting burnt on fire, I can come out of that environment and become something. I motivated something. That's my validation. Do you know what I mean?
Perfect.
I don't need no one to pat my back.
Perfect said.
I'm not even trying to be funny right now, but you made impact because you know why? I had no idea there was black therapists in Ireland.
Oh, shit.
I had no idea. Yeah.
Wow.
And I used to, do you know how mad it is that there's black therapists in Ireland?
Yeah.
Imagine trying to explain to a white therapist that your African parent is giving you grief.
Or they
Or
beat
beating you with belts.
or the belts. The
Locking you in rooms that you're not eating.
You should just communicate it to them. Like, you know, you should just talk back to them on it and just... What?
What? There should be more open line of communication.
My brain went to there. I'm like, mad, there's black therapists because that's so handy. Because I can tell them, like...
That's why I brought her on. We did a talk at a school in Trinity College. And I've known her. I remember she said we were talking. And obviously she got brought up, Fabio D was brought up, OJ was brought up, so was Amanda. And I just listened to her speak and I was like, you are actually fucking brilliant.
She was brilliant.
She is brilliant. And then she said something, she was like, obviously, you know, African parents, they're like, oh, if you're stressed or whatever, just God.
Yeah,
sometimes God walks through people, i.e. therapists. When she said that bar, I was like,
Ooh,
sometimes you might not hear God. You go to God every Sunday, you might not hear him still.
My man be having...
it's a block.
So I said, you have to, and but she was, let me not lie to you boys, she was so nervous. She was panicking.
She killed them.
So people are gonna hate me.
Nah, blessings.
And then I put my yoke today on Instagram. Everyone was saying blessings.
Yeah. No, she killed it. She killed it.
Everybody was saying blessings.
Didn't get the views. Didn't get the views. Boom.
Impact.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
impact.
Sosa came on and he tried to win his girl back. That guy came on. He used 1 hour. You know how much I was
Hilarious.
Basically.
He put out a statement yesterday. He goes, I wasn't trying to bring my girl back. I was trying to make impact. He put out a statement yesterday.
Guy was breaking in a ski mask. Holy shit.
I was listening to that off my desk. I was like, I hope this guy gets his girl back. On the white man's back. I hope this guy gets his girl back. No, but that's it. But you said something now. Let's have a bit of fun with this. You said no friends in the industry. What do you mean by that?
I don't want to go too heavy because I will.
Don't go too heavy.
I will be disrespectful. No, I just feel like, when I first came into this game, I thought I really, I really had brothers in this game. Do you get me? I really thought I had brothers in this game. And it turns out like it's not like that. It's like, I've heard, like, not watching TV years, you hear like, oh, there's no friends in the industry. I'm not even referring to the Drake song. It's just like, in general, you hear people are snakes or whatever, blah, blah, all this type of stuff. I never really thought, like, because all of them were small, innit? We all know each other, we all see each other. So what's the point in being snaky? Because I'm going to see you, like, do you know what I mean? I'm going to confront you over it. But it's just like, hearing things through the grapevine, I'm just like, okay, I'm on war mode now. Because I'm the type of person, boys, you may not believe me sitting here, I say this to everybody all the time. I genuinely mean it when I'm like, I really want everyone to succeed. Challenge to the game, you can eclipse Dongo Productions, if I speak. I will clap for you, bro. That's another black man. Just
Likewise.
About to change his mother's life, his father's life, brother, sister, his wife, whatever. Do you get me? Why would I hate on that?
That's something that I think I don't know which episode you said it, and you said that and I resonated, and it's more so because I always say this, I do podcasting, and if Dave and Digi said tomorrow I don't want to podcast anymore, trust me, I'm okay. I don't need this to go well. I don't need, because I see people that do podcasts on a different level to me, and they're still working their 9-to-5 job, and no shade on that, because I understand that what our generation will most likely do is open gateways for my sister is 13 and she was reading an English book and they're doing a podcast on it. She sent it to me. She's like, and she's excited. I'm like, I was like, I felt like, I don't know about you, I felt like I had one choice, one road, school. There was no options. And in life, in my new job, the best thing I enjoy about it is options. Work from home. You log in the morning and come in. Leave when you want. Flexi time. So I just want the next generation to have... I know Dongo, he has Dongo production. I can text you, hey, my sister wants to do this. Go that way. Jesse's doing DJ. So, hey, my brother's into DJ. Go that way. That's my thing. I was like, if the more people that look like me that succeed, the more path avenues there is. Because I understand the analogy I made is Wiley probably didn't make as much money as Dave or Stormzy, but he had to exist. He had to exist. So when you said that, I was like, I see it similarly. I'm like, if my thing pops, of course I'll be happy. Of course, if I don't have to go into white man's time and do this, I'm calm. But I'm also understanding is like, it might not be me that pops. Yeah, exactly. It might be the podcast that releases in 5 years' time that has all the knowledge. He knows how to get it. Like when I'm looking at this equipment, I'm like, what the fuck? Some dude is just gonna start their podcast with this
and just get it
going. So
quality gonna be great. Everything's gonna be patterned
from minute one.
They have the right code. You all agree, boys. Like it's always us black people. Like it's always us. You see that I call them Mundibus, You see the Mundibus, they're together.
There you go. They're
not North African.
There's a Lingala.
Together.
Thank you, Josh.
Chinese. You know what I mean? They're always they do things together. It's just us that are always in competition with each other. Boy. And listen, I don't give a relax. There's gonna be certain man I'm gonna listen to this. We know who you are that are moving funky. Don't think we don't know. We know. We know.
Edit this one tonight.
We know. Do not edit nothing.
No. I mean, like, have it ready to go tonight.
You know what I mean? Because, man, it's like, what? Because I want you to win, bros.
It's an understanding that not everybody has that mentality. It's like
it is.
It's a crab in a bucket.
I was naive. I was naive. My cousin, because obviously I'm the oldest of my family, so obviously I can't really go to my brothers and sisters for advice and all that. But I always go to my cousin Wiz. And he told me, this is niggonometry 101. No, he said it. He flat out. Black people don't want to see other black people do well. And it is what it is, boys. So that's why I'm just like, I'm on this thing where, and it's nothing because I can feel the genuine love of you. I can feel it. In that VN you sent me the other day, you were like, bro. I'm just thinking, why is he, Nessa does the same thing. Why you just put me on this pedestal? I don't look at myself.
Bro.
You know what it is?
I'm not even just saying this, sorry. G Milli Mondays gets announced on Mondays. Let me set my alarm for 5:50.
My thing is as well, I'm also biased. You're Congolese. Like, I'm not like, I will tell everybody Bolasi was class. I don't care.
I don't say Shanson and Bembe.
I will tell everybody Afro Bengo is the most underrated in Dublin.
But from my aspect of things, someone who's been, I wouldn't mind, I've been in podcasts for years. Like, I have no reason to like you. I have no reason to like Where's Your Hat. I have no reason to like Nessa. But you announced G Milli Mondays. Oh yeah, I'm setting my alarm. 5:50. Oh, Nessa announces she's about to drop her interviews. Oh, September 6th. Say this. Because I'm just a fan of, I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of it first. I'm a fan of it. I'm sitting there and I'm studying how you've evolved. I'm sitting there studying Nessa's interview skills like fucking Oprah. I'm studying the Where's Your Head At guys, getting it right, getting the guests on, getting the atmosphere right. I'm a student. I'm a student of the game.
I can tell, bro.
Yeah. So like when I'm sitting there, I study it. But like I also study what's happening in England and what I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of ecosystem. I'm a fan of that.
That's it.
So I used to be envious of that. I'm sitting there. I used to sit there 2 years ago. I'm like, fucking hell. They can do half-cast podcasts, but then them guys are also friends with
Three shots.
90s
babies.
They're also friends with them. They just get together and do a podcast. What's his name?
Temmie.
No, Margs and them. They have their own podcast. They can still come together and do Filthy Fellas. The guy Specs. Specs has his own podcast, no rules. He can just come do Filthy with them. They have an ecosystem there. And I've always been envious of that. And this is like the closest I've seen us have it. And I'm not exaggerating on that. It's the closest I've seen us have it. So I've gotten very protective over time.
Yeah,
Anybody that tries to hurt it, I'm vexed. You saw how vexed I was the day they did that event.
The Guinness.
Yeah.
Def Jam.
Not the Guinness thing.
No, Def Jam.
You were vexed that you don't think
I was
you get
vexed.
yeah?
No,
Because I want to protect.
he saw exclusivity as he wants everybody to be involved.
Yeah,
but
and he's right.
And he saw because he knew people. He saw it because we looked at it two different ways, and I don't think maybe I'm naive. Like I'll admit, maybe I'm naive thinking I'm like, you know what? This is the first time they're not gonna get everybody in. But what I hope for is the people that are in the door. They build relationships and open the door for the rest of us. But that might Dave is right. That might not happen. Some people might be like, I'm in the door. I don't need to leave it open.
You saw your boy Billy the goat with Maya Jama, yeah?
Yeah.
What right does he have to be with her?
None.
Fuck all right.
None.
Why are they together? Because there's a whole ecosystem
Because
of people
Poet
there.
put 'em on.
There's a whole
Poet put 'em on.
Maya knows Poet, who knows Billy, who knows Lippy, and they're together because of that.
So,
Even Be Humble, yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out my guy Be Humble.
Yeah.
There's certain man that don't share my man's tunes. This, that.
the minute chunks.
The minute chunks.
The cosign. The cosign.
I put my hands up.
You too. But you don't know him like that. You don't know him like that.
Yeah.
There's certain man that know him like that.
The cosign. I was preaching it to the boys. Yeah,
get me?
I was preaching it to the boys. We're doing this podcast. I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter how we do or how good it is. And I'm not saying this is like the best podcast. No matter how good it is, until they see someone they recognize or they fuck with us.
Yeah,
that's when they fuck with us.
It was like me,
that's when they fuck with us.
I was doing Dongo. I don't know if were you following Dongo producers from the jump?
I saw a few. I saw
from
Leslie
the lives
was
there,
singing on your
I
live.
was doing lives, but I was doing music as well. Yeah,
No, I didn't see the music.
So there were certain man that were doing like content or whatever. Never invite me to nothing. Cool, because Dozino said himself, you probably didn't have value. They didn't see it. Okay, cool. As soon as I went viral on fucking meme page, this, that, and that. Oh, Dongo, you want to walk? Oh, Dongo, you want to walk? Oh, you want to walk? I've been out here. You don't want to walk before. I don't want to walk. And this is why I credit Dave.
I've been visible.
This is why I credit Dave and Smiley. Dave, way before they popped off, Dave was always like, you need to get you on the pod. You need to get you on the spot. And Smiley has his football show, HCT. Every week, I remember I was in a bando when the house went on fire. Every week Smiley's hit me, but I was just in a state where I just couldn't. The missus are pregnant. Jess hurt his leg. We're in a bando, you know what I mean? Bathing out with Bucket. You ever watch the Bucket? You know Book About?
Yeah. Book About? Did I ever do it?
Yeah.
At what age?
Ever. Any age.
When I was a baby.
He doesn't know canteen. There's no canteen. But no, just doing canteen. I was just like, nah, man, this is too stressful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. Like, do you know what I mean? Smiley hit me up. He was meant to go on, but he didn't go on. And he hit me up like, he was like, yeah, I don't want to talk. Do you want to go on? At first, because I was just like, I was watching the Spain game. She's heavily pregnant. About to blow, you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, nah. But then she was like, nah, like, it'd be good because I haven't done Dongo Productions in a while. Go on it, blah, blah, blah. I went on it. What happened, and then I was active, and then everyone wanted to work. Everyone texted me, and I was like, where were you, man? I was doing content. I was doing live. I've been doing live.
I felt that.
Do you get me?
We got invited to a place, and my ego got in the way. I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to go because I was like, they had to see someone to be there on the podcast.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh yeah, we fuck with you. And I was like, man, I don't like.
And listen, love to them for inviting us. But
I'm gonna be honest. When I got the invite, I was like,
I was born in 1997.
did
not
you
yesterday,
have to wait? Like, because it was all ego. Because I do agree with the cosign. I do agree. I'm the same. I wait for cosigns. Like, Lil Baby could have been a sick rapper all his life. I would have never listened to him until J. Cole and Kanye put him on a song. Until I saw the people I fuck with him. And it happens in like a lot of industry. Like, you're talking about Billy, yeah? People saw Poet fuck with him. It probably made them want to fuck because Poet has clout in this game.
It was Lippy first.
Yeah.
It was Lippy first, and then
I think Lippy's the best, man.
Yeah, Lippy.
Lippy
Shout with me, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. I think
I was like, he was trying to say he beat American up and all. I just tweeted him. And he tweeted me back, goes, ain't you the nigga that bust on entry?
You and him get to do it.
I've spoken to them, bro. It's in the works. It's in the works.
If me personally, if the one person from the UK to do a podcast in that ecosystem, Lippy, his episode on 90s Babies, I was just cracking up. Nah, shout out to that man. Well, the other thing I actually forgot what I was going to ask.
I kind of want you to speak a bit more on the
real friends in the industry.
Yeah, because I feel like
I don't know, because I know me. I'm very passionate. I'll get real.
Well, don't say what you don't want to say, because we're not looking
for. No.
We're not looking for any sort of sensationalized shit, because we're trying to see here.
I just feel snake and I feel hurt.
Okay.
I am hurt. I'm not gonna lie, I am hurt. I
Okay.
feel like I have brothers in this game, but I don't. So I'm on this thing where, like I said, I'm on this.
That's what they say at the top is lonely.
You know Jose Mourinho, that siege mentality of me against the world.
Me against the world.
I'm back on that now.
Okay.
But I hate it though sometimes because I want to be focused because I have a goal. I don't wanna be, I always, when someone pisses me off, then I'm on go mode. Do you know what I mean? Like, so right now I'm on go mode. And I just like, it is what it is.
But
I'm gonna show people who I am.
But don't eliminate that anger from your game though.
No, never.
I saw something today like Dele Alli's gone to Besiktas. Sorry to bring football into it. We used to be three of shout out three at the back. We used to be three at the back. Dele Alli went to Besiktas, and I was sitting there and I was thinking, what went wrong? And I saw someone put a paragraph saying his upbringing. He didn't have his dad in his life. The parents split up. The dad just fucked off completely. His mom then put him up for adoption, so that's why he got a bit tricky with you. Remember, he used Ali, and then he moved to Dele and all because he was like, "Fuck that, I don't even want to use Ali." That guy was angry. So deep it. That guy was angry. How many guys jump 2 divisions from League One to Prem and pop
kill it
off the strength of being angry?
Yeah.
So don't let that anger eliminate your game, because you see that anger. Someone said he's raised well now. He has good money now. He's not as angry. He's lost his game. So don't lose that.
Yeah,
don't lose that anger.
I know comedians. I not name comedians. Charlemagne says that. He says, "What if it was his trauma that allowed him to be Charlemagne?
Yeah.
What if he said, if I healed from that trauma too early and that all was gone away?
That's what has me here.
Would I be Charlemagne?
All these stories I tell you guys, like I said, comes from even the funny ones. That's why you see him. Blair's been laughing at me for 15 years.
Oh, some of the stories you told, especially the one about in Subway and the preview.
You get me? So it's one of them things where it's like they all come from a real place, but so all this trauma I'm carrying has brought me here. Like I would not be probably sitting here with you guys. I was with Nessa earlier on my break. I said to her, like, without me doing this, we're not sitting here together. And that is all from my trauma. And I will tell these stories. Do you know what I mean? Like I will, because that's my life. Do you get me? That's what has me here. Do you know what I mean? Like,
my question was like Dongo production. It's a seasonal thing. It's weekly. My thing sometimes about like my favorite podcasts, like Anthony Joshua lost this week, or after that Leon Edwards kick, I go to my favorite podcast. I want to listen to them. Doing seasonal things, you don't get to react to things in real time.
Frustrating.
Yeah. Are you not gonna change from that?
I'm gonna try. It's just obviously shout out to Dave, amazing guy. He, you know yourself, he's very busy. You know, he's the one that edits and does this stuff and all. So we're gonna now I have a 9 to 5. It'd probably be easier. With Ladbrokes, it was like fucking 12 to 9. So days I was off, he probably wasn't off. Do you know what I mean? So I was with Smiley last night discussing things, and we're gonna try and like get a system in place where I can be live weekly, so I can react to stuff. You get me?
Yeah. Like,
so would I be love to react to that Muradi situation?
Don't
we react to that? Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Right
here, we can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
What you make of Andrew Tate? Let's go there first.
From me, I think.
Everybody's head just going like this.
If I exactly, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, the girls will be pissed off, but no, I look beyond the bullshit. I don't agree with the misogynistic stuff. I don't know what that means, but I hear people using it. I know it's bad. I know it's bad. I don't agree with it, but I know it's fucked. Right? But there's something I watched him on a podcast. It's this CEO guy from England. He was an English one.
Diary of a CEO.
No, not him. No, Steve Barney's one. He's on a different one, right?
Yeah.
It was a Mundibu. Yeah. And
is that derogatory?
I don't care. But he was on with him, and he was just talking about the Matrix, the 9 to 5, what we don't teach us at school, how people who are controlling the world, how fake COVID was. I'm listening to them like, you're spitting. So people look beyond your act and your bullshit. You're actually spitting. I think that's the reason you got cancelled. I'm not over that shit.
I'm a big fan of context.
Yes.
So massive fan of context. Like you could walk over to me and go, see that fella there? Like you're like, I don't like him. Yeah. Fair enough, Gotti. I need to form my own opinion of him. Context.
Yes.
So I was always of the idea that, oh yeah, Andrew Tate, he probably says more wild shit than he says that makes sense. So therefore, based on the misogynistic stuff, I probably don't really like him. But I sat there and watched his apology video. I was like, all right, whether he's trying to save face here, overall, it's a really well produced explanation video, I guess. So I'm kind of like, based on that, with that, I've been provided context. So I see the bad side of him, but I also see there may have been a part there that maybe shouldn't have warranted a cancellation.
Yes.
Which is heavy to say on the podcast today, but like, you know, like that's the whole thing with cancel culture for me. It's like people kind of omit context to it. If someone tell me I've actually scanned through I've watched every single Andrew Tate podcast, every single TikTok, and I still don't like the guy.
That's
fair enough. But you're basing this off clips they've seen of him. And like, fair enough, them clips could be derived from a place that is awful. You could watch, it could have been 10 seconds and you could have watched a minute of it and it's still awful. But you only consume 10 seconds of it. And you're basing it off that consumption, which doesn't make sense to me because I'm a fan of context. But that's just how I think, you know?
Yeah. Now, my thing was, what Andrew Tate, for like not just Andrew Tate, but it really exposed like even Katie Hopkins, Trump, and Andrew Tate, the three of them, different types of speech and different type of rhetoric. But for me, they should stop preaching freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of whatever. They should stop preaching that for me because it's non-existent because the corporations will silence you, people will cancel you, people will stop working with you. So there is a cost to what you say, and you have to eat that. Like Katie Hopkins, and Donald Trump, and Andrew Tate, they all have to eat that. That's the first thing it did for me. Like the first thing I thought about was like, why do they go on like, say whatever, be whatever, until you make people uncomfortable? And of course, Katie Hopkins as a black man made me uncomfortable. So I was happy that like, they canceled Katie Hopkins. Yeah, come on. So I understand that maybe women feel the same about Andrew Tate. He made them feel uncomfortable. So they canceled him and got him out of here. And I'm kind of like, then we should stop saying there is any freedom of speech, any whatever. But my brother then gave me a perspective that actually made me think about it. He says, a lot of things we're saying is just speech, it's just words. But throughout history, people like, there's some people that are weak-minded, let's be real. You can convince someone, if you blow yourself up in a plane, you'll go to heaven forever and you'll have 17 million wives.
Yeah.
So speech and word can entice. Let's look at Trump. What happened in the Capitol 6th of June? It was just his tweets.
Yeah.
And people were so weak-minded that they actually thought he got rigged in the vote and they went to... Like they went to storm the Capitol. So even though I'm saying, I'm like, yeah, well, you take things in context, whatever. Let's also acknowledge this. People out there are weak-minded. A lot of things that they would see from clip and from thing, people start treating women that way. Because if I put this in quote, if the coolest guy with all the cars, he's a good-looking guy, he has money, and he's telling you sometimes rape is a girl's fault, and he's saying all these things, I can understand why you'd be like, no, cancel them because. For me and you, Goody, we're nearly 30. Yeah. We're not going to listen to a man on TikTok and go live our life by his standards.
But impressionable people will. That's the thing. A lot of the biggest dictators just had good PR.
Yeah. They could speak well.
That's what annoys me because he had so much good thing. Why do you need to say this? You don't need. You have the power. You have the resources to go on platforms and speak real shit because you have real shit to talk about.
And it's sad because he said in his explanation video, the whole premise of him ever doing what he ever wanted to do was to empower men in the sense of mental health. So he actually, so if you notice, he doesn't technically have any platform.
He doesn't.
The only platform he had was one to support men's mental health with the idea of depression's bollocks. Just rise above it. Do you know what I mean? That was his initial thing.
Yeah.
But he said in his explanation video, over time, he figured he had to sensationalize what he said. So in a sense, he's alluding to the fact, I sold out. I saw what I did is sell out. I'm even seeing one of my favorite YouTubers right now do the same thing. It's just if you subscribe to the red pill thing, you know the red pill thing, like the right sides and stuff like that. The red pill guys, they're the ones that are the controversial guys at the moment, like the Andrew Tates and stuff like that. There's an audience there, and I think people just think it's more lucrative at the moment. And if you say more sensationalized red pill stuff, it's so lucrative now because not only are you amassing like the right side of people, you're also outraging the left side of people. So you're getting notoriety from both ends.
Yeah, haters and lovers.
It's easier to do.
Floyd, isn't it?
Floyd said haters and lovers pay the same price of admission. You hate me, like I remember we went to Madison Square, my missus, and Jake Paul came out, and they're all booing him, and I'm like, then I said it to my missus, I said, you see that? He has him feeling away. That's why he's gonna sell tickets. If Jake Paul walked in here and everybody's like, that's him feeling away. That's why he's going to sell tickets. If Jake Paul walked in here and everybody's like, that's that YouTuber. They didn't care. He's not making money. If you're paying to watch Jake Paul lose, you're paying to watch him win.
And it goes back to what he said.
You're paying 50 quid.
You guys talk like good comedy, like real life comedy. Yeah, you add a bit of funny, but it's not. It's not like Fabi. Let's have a knock, Fabi D. That's how everyone wants to watch. You know what I mean? Congo Boy. Fucking clown. You this or that. What you know? Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why it's unfortunate. You have to be sometimes. It's the world, isn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't.
And that's why it comes. Remember, you asked me. That's why, like, I always say, like, the whole like lads, just bear with me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I couldn't because I couldn't come here.
I don't have
and
it in
be.
me.
I just even at work we talk about like I know you're new in the corporate. There's people that will lick ass to get to the top, and I've seen it work. And I'm like, oh, I could just do that and progress. But I know I would look at myself and be like, you're being a phony.
Yeah,
Like, you're being
fake. Talking about the Def Jam situation. Smiley was saying to me about like obviously I know a person that like works for Guinness that could have invited me, but she was probably protecting herself because obviously where my brand is, whatever, yeah. And you know, he was like, maybe like you need to kind of bend to the industry. I was like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
Because the man in Brookfield, the man in Glen Shane, Frederick is gonna be like, look, I don't relate to them anymore. Do you get me? But this is how we talk back there. I'm not gonna go there now and make a show of myself. I want to go there and network and be around. I want to be around this industry stuff and network and connect and show people that I'm raising the level. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I want to be in these buildings. Not to look cool. It's just like you're raising the level for yourself. Because like I said, it's big. It's for me to make it. It's big for people back where I live.
Exactly.
But me now going up there and acting phony, they'll see through the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't give a rat. Whoever looks at me in the industry, I couldn't give a shit why everyone thinks of me in the industry. It's people back home that means something to me. Do you know what I mean? Like that perception. Losing them.
Yeah. That's the best thing I say about Poet. That's the best thing I say about Poet. He's so matter of factual. He's like, he says, I don't need someone from Middlesbrough, like Stacey from Middlesbrough to fuck with me. He says, I do this to empower my people, for my people. And I said it to Dave. I'm like, do you know what? I love that mentality. Yeah. But sometimes they are the minority in England. The 3% is like black. Yeah. So it limits the people you can support. Yeah. The other aspect, I'm like, if you do bend to the industry, you get the other side to come in. That's how you make. Isn't that how you make money? Or are you okay with like saying like my support might be limited to my people? That's fine. Whereas I could bend to the industry and make more money.
Do you know people I rate, Jordan? Yeah.
Talk to me.
Like I know people will want funny, but this one has been very deep.
Whatever the conversation goes, we don't. That's what we mean. Like we just let the conversation
down to the game. Yeah, you know.
Watch.
Sammy asks you, "What's charged to the game?" Sammy and clown. So I listen. We haven't charged out to the game. It's one of them.
He's still out for like over an hour.
My heroes are Malcolm X, Lumumba, people like that. Ali, who stood for shit. Do you get me? I even remember Malcolm X watching his film. I don't know if it was a film or documentary. When someone said he made little or no money. But look at it. Look at Malcolm. Look at the impact. Boys.
Okay,
that means a lot to me. But like you said, we could stop this today, bro. I said it last time. I need to put this in my private story actually, but I said on my story yesterday. I goes, things I complain about, about this content I'm trying to make and all this blah blah. I'm blessed, boys. Those boys our age, Jordan, our age in Africa suffering, boys. I'm out here, Mrs. is lovely, nice gaff. Thank you, Hap. Yeah? You're paying your mortgage. Well, thank you, Hap. Alright? Nice gaff, nice apartment, mass healthy, dad's back on the men, beautiful brothers and sisters. I am blessed.
Yeah. I agree.
Do you get me? So all this like rah, I don't give a shit. It's about making an impact on the next man that is struggling. That's what I cared about. Do you know what I mean, boys?
That's the thing. Like at the end of the day, you can still sit here and talk over a mic. Like 9 to 5, right? You can still sit there, type, and finish up. Yeah. That's what we were saying. Like we don't get how people get so invested.
Yeah,
in the work politics of things, but also even the industry. Like that's the parallels I'm trying to make right now. I don't get how people get so invested in it because it's irrelevant. Who cares? Who cares? The majority of us don't care. And fair enough. Like it's the easier option. Like. To be honest, if you do kiss ass is linear. Like, do you know what I mean? You're going up. If you kiss ass and still can't get and still flop, what are you doing it for?
Even on a content level, if I didn't listen to you or didn't listen to the boys, I can't just tweet about it to be like, I need this man. Like, Patrice O'Neill says the best, They said Patrice O'Neill is a comedian. He lived life as if his friends were watching a movie of him. So if your friends know you and you're kissing ass at work and your friends see that, they'll say that's not you. And that's how sometimes I always said on the pod, there was a stage I broke up with my missus of like 6 years at the time. I started like I was going out, doing drugs, Molly, all of this, when I stopped, I saw myself in the mirror and I knew I was forcing it. I was like, you're not built. Like, I wasn't even doing it to enjoy it. I was like, so when people talk, like, you have to be, we went to, like, networking, bro. That thing's hard for me. Because,
boy,
I feel like I'm forcing conversations. Like, I don't know, like, with you, like, you know Noella, I know Noella. I've walked in and you're talking to Noella on the phone. I was like, I can talk to you. Tommy's missus and my missus were childhood friends. I was like, okay, I build those relationships. Like, I can build them more naturally. But when I go to like some corporate events and I see myself, I'm like, oh, that's the head of Guinness. Let me just go have this forced conversation. I don't know how to do it. It's a skill that I probably will have to learn. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to go to those spaces. You're gonna have to see these people, and you're gonna have to be like, hey, I see your TikToks or whatever. It just doesn't come too naturally to me. I'm just like, leave them alone.
With me though, like I didn't realize, because I don't
think
really
a lot
know
of us have
TikTok
it.
like that. Yeah, I was at that game and there was a load of TikTokers there.
Yeah.
Do you know the Flemings or something?
No.
Your listeners will know the Flemings, whatever.
Half these guys you play ball with, I did not know.
No, I knew Ben Williams. I was chatting to him.
Yeah,
I knew,
yeah.
but this Fleming, they're meant to be the biggest Irish ones. So probably they're the ones that started off.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
chatting to him normal. I didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? Like, but no, but it's like it's not. It is good to get like they always say you can't be the smartest one in the room. If you are, you're not around the right people. You know what I mean? So that's how you're gonna grow, boys. Even
That's the point.
Floyd's always going on about Warren Buffett, this, that, and that. That's how you're gonna learn to
Should
grow.
have turned on the lights. You wouldn't have to fix the lights if we turned it on.
Oh yeah, no, it's calm though. It's calm. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
sorry.
it's good. It's good.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so,
Yeah.
now for me, if I see the head of Guinness, I'm going there because I know that's gonna make my life better.
Okay.
Do you get me? So just have that type of mind. It's gonna make your life
No,
better.
I know. Oh no, trust me. I know it's a me thing. I know, like,
yeah.
because I have to work on that. Because I did some places. It's the last hour telling me like, no, you want to do this, yeah. You have to be around these people. They have to see your face. They have to see you again and again. Because it'll make, like you're saying, you don't have to be fake when you're around them. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Of course you can.
Bro,
Like,
No, like I
more
said,
drink there as well.
like I said, I maybe don't have to be fake. I can still be me around these people. Because you're right. Because I think that if I'm going to the corporate events, I have to bend and be corporate.
Yeah.
Whereas no, I can be at a corporate event and
Let
be
me tell
me.
you something.
Yeah.
You're the type of guy, especially you, yeah. I'm a polarizing figure. You're either gonna like me or not. You're the type of guy. Your energy's infectious, bro. Everyone will always like you. Same with you. People will always like you guys. Don't be shy to talk to anybody.
Yeah, no,
me, I'm saying this here now. I will always be me. And me being me is all. I'm not bleeding. I'm not gonna go around like smashing the place up and all that. Just I talk like this.
But then you.
I only get like when I get hyper, I get hyper.
Yeah,
I'm passionate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you refer to a lot of people like having a grievance with you or something, or saying something about.
Do you have a lot of ops?
I don't see this though.
Yeah, do you have a lot of ops or haters?
We'll talk off cam, boys. He's gonna be.
Calm.
Give it to off cam, 100%.
Calm, 'cause I also think you're just-
boys. There is, boys.
Did you man actually watch the Joshua fight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you guys make of that?
head loss.
What you make of the end? Actually, let's go
back
end.
from the forward.
Yeah. What you make of the
I
end?
was like, get the mic off. Get the mic off.
I watched an analysis on
But
TikTok.
It's like, it's the pressure of Twitter.
Yes.
Groups.
Yeah.
He's aware. Joshua watches all these.
Yes,
Even
yes,
I was
yes.
watching that one with Savage Dan and Yoke earlier.
Yeah,
He's watching. He's what it is. He likes listening. He like me. I like listening to people.
Same,
You get me?
same.
And it affects you. You
Yeah.
get me?
Yeah.
And I just think like he fought the wrong fight. Like use your weight against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he was trying to get knocked out or gassing out, but
Yeah.
Usyk's a machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
The way his fighting style is too stiff because I'm a casual, right? I'm a casual watching boxing, but I do know that Joshua's fought a lot of scrubs. You know what I mean? Guys fought fella from down the road, whatever like that. Just whacked them in the ring with Joshua, you know?
Yeah.
I think he's too used to just knocking these guys out with power. Whereas there has to be a lot of follow up with Usyk because he's gonna give it back to you. Like these guys, the
Do you
Tyson
know what
Furies and
kills him,
stuff.
Dave? Sorry for coming across you.
Yeah, no, it's calm.
Him trying to be a boxer.
I always say, like, Savage Dan said that you brawl a boxer.
Yeah.
You box a brawler. Yeah, like you have to influence your
because he
game.
listens like he's not like he hasn't got enough bosses. Fury is unique. You know what I mean? Fury's just a freak, man. 6'9", he should be moving the way he's moving. Joshua, do what you do, but that's what let me down about him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I'll still ride out for him. Man. He'll come back. I'll still ride out for him.
I think he'll come back. I don't think he can compete at the elite level. Like
Yeah.
it just showed, like what Ruiz showed him. Ruiz, because when Max Kellerman said it best, Max Kellerman be watched like he's analyst, boxing analyst.
I know Max Kellerman.
Yeah, he was like saying the thing is when Joshua he started boxing at 19.
Yeah.
These men start boxing at a young age, and what happens with them is they have like muscle memory. They just like you played football 2 weeks ago or something, 3 weeks ago. There's certain things that you probably haven't played in a minute, but there's certain things that are just built within. So when you're on the pitch, you just do it, and you're thinking, when Joshua is finding the cream of the crop, those people have been boxed. They do think like the combination 1-2 body. They're doing it without thinking. Unless he's gonna go back and fight like maybe Dylan White even beats him now.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
maybe even
There's
Dylan White
fights there
beats
from
him.
There's the White fight.
Yeah.
There's the Wilder fight. There's still big fights from there.
Who do you think he beats White now?
I think he still beats Dylan White, yeah.
I think if Dylan White has came along, I think he beats him.
I
think
think
so?
I think he's came along enough to beat him
That's a
now.
good fight for him, though.
Yeah.
It is, and it sells. It's a big UK one. They could do it at like a Wembley or something, and it sells, and they can both make money, so we can't really complain about that.
Yeah.
And did you go and see you don't watch? No need to watch UFC, do you?
He talks about.
Oh no, I watched
Did you
this.
see the kick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Edwards, though.
I'm delighted for Edwards.
I just like the guy.
You see him talking to his man.
Yeah. I did it. Yeah. I will always be a fan of that. I always want to see that one.
I've been following his stories since literally the week the world closed down. He was supposed to fight Tyron Woodley at the O2 Arena.
Yeah.
So I remember watching that and they shut down the world. So over the last 4 years, they've been just screwing him. They even took him out. He was number 3 in the world, but he wouldn't accept the fight because obviously pandemic, he couldn't train. They almost took him out of the rankings.
Yeah.
All of this, and then he fought. Then he finally got fights. After he was beating him in the first round, second eye poke, no contest. Then he got to fight Nate Diaz. He's beating up Nate Diaz for 4 rounds. Literally got like, I'm gonna win this. Nate Diaz sparks him. Nate Diaz does this. The headline is, Nate Diaz won the fight. He got the bigger impact. Every story is just like going against him. So I was watching his documentary with my missus before the fight. I said it's like, there's something about stories and destiny. Yeah. Maybe it's because that champ 2012 Chelsea won. Do you know when something is written for somebody?
Yeah.
It's just meant to be for them.
Yeah.
Even the way he won that fight, there was no other way he would have won it. Just through adversity.
Yeah.
Like, wins the first round, and Usman is so good.
Forced man to take him out.
Yeah. Usman just beats him, and he's not looking at his coach. He's ashamed. Under 1 minute left. Oh, that's sick. That was... Yeah. I watched the technique, he just feints with the thing. As if you're moving towards it.
Yeah.
If he had to hit that then and there and hit it perfectly.
But it's the repetition. It's the repetition for me.
Of what?
Just I as a casual, I even saw the amount of time he practiced feinting with the left and then coming in. He was practicing this against Pat all the time. Yeah. And then nail it?
And then
bro.
No, that was one of those moments, like, we all watch sports and there's been a moment like when the 6-1 versus Barcelona, when we're like, oh, fuck. It's one of those moments, even if you're a casual and you don't really understand the MMA and you're just watching it 1 minute left, Rogan and DC are on the commentary saying, well, it'll be a moral victory for him if he doesn't get finished. He did well, but Kamaru Usman is just better than everybody. And then
bang,
what you said there, perfect story, bro. You know what I mean? I always think on my own, bro. I was like, if I could like get rise to the top, there was just so much. I remember going back to my ma's at lockdown, and I was in Selbridge Forest when I broke up with my ex, and I came back home. Stuff was in black bags, boys. I was living on black bags for like 6 months. Me and me,
Jesus,
just stuff like that. Sleeping on a bunk bed. Having to jump off like Jeff Hardy coming off it. Do you know what I mean? Have to jump off. It's just embarrassing, boy. Bucket bats, drinking every fucking single day.
Yeah.
Still living now. But drinking every day. Like, I was being on Clubhouse like 8 in the morning. I remember I woke up at 8 the next day. Like, I was
mad.
Fuck, I'm about to waste the whole day.
But that was lockdown though as well.
There was lockdown, but I was lockdown. People were having fun in lockdown.
Yeah, I was drinking wine every night at lockdown. Yeah, to be fair,
But my drinking was I was hiding my pain. Do you get me? But yeah, man. So I love shit like that. I love stories.
I felt because I even tweeted it. I was like, I think he gets it done on Saturday. Like I even said it to my missus. My missus like, why? I'm like, I don't know. I just believe when it's your time.
Yes,
it's your time. Yes. And I just believe that like this was Leon Edwards. Like speaking of pain, there's also something else you talked about. Your football. You didn't get to retire from football. Football retired you.
Yes.
Damn.
I know. I got it from Perkins. Kendrick Perkins. I got it from ESPN. It's on me.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I hear you talk about ACL, curtains.
I always think now ACL is an injury you can come back from. Why didn't you?
There wasn't two reasons. Obviously, there wasn't the sports science as it is good now, and then just my own naivety. I was naive. I wasn't really rehabbing properly. So I remember the doctor saying to me, "You have to be careful now on your leg because you could snap it again." So he really put the fear of God in me. You know what I mean? Those exercises at home that I should have been doing. With the rehab, I wasn't. You get me?
Okay.
So I developed serious scar tissue on my right knee. So even notice now, if you see me walk, I still walk with a bit of a limp.
Okay.
People think I'm chopping shapes. Actually, limping.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I just thought that was your whole.
That's But the shoulders, they were walking. You have to walk. You see Will Smith walking. Who else has a good walk? Denzel.
My walk is shit, man.
Obama has a good walk as well. That's have a sick walk.
I see Denzel. Obama hit 1 tree. Yeah. And then he walked off.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I was like, damn, that nigga's so cool. So yeah, but back on that, mentally, you said you haven't gotten over that yet.
No.
But what will help you, because you can't go back, you'll have to find like, for me anyways, maybe I'm projecting onto you, because you can't play football anymore, and you didn't leave football left you. So it's kind of like when a girl leaves you and you didn't leave her, so sometimes that pain can still be there. How are you going to move on from that though?
I just think, I think, John, my children, that's what I live for. Do you know what I mean? My daughter's growing up now, and I remember she just did something small. I don't know if you guys seen my post the other day. It was just obviously her behaviours, how she's changing her behaviours around the gaff. She's respecting Amy a bit more because she lost. Things went left with her, whatever. but she's respecting her a bit more. She's saying her please and thank yous, just little stuff like that. I'm like, I'm proud of you. Do you know what I mean? Just little small action, stuff like that. And even my son growing up. And then just me growing, like getting a new job, which like I know I would never leave Ladbroke. Just little milestones like that. Do you get me? Being able to like get an asked to do stuff like this with you guys. And like I said to you, I feel the love and appreciation of you every single week. Do you get me? So them things like make me feel better about myself. Do you know what I mean? But without this and my children, I think I'll be my head be gone. Do you know what I mean? Head be gone.
All right, next thing, Dave, let's do it. What are you trying to the game this week?
Yes! Waiting for this.
What are you trying to the game, bro?
Lads. You know, fuck it. Sometimes I don't want to talk about work too much. But it has to be discussed. The white man.
Oh shit.
Reduced me to tears at lunch.
Shit.
Actual tears.
Talk to us, bro. What happened? What's the gig?
I just got grabbed.
Aye.
That's the thing. We always say it though. Work is just avoiding getting grabbed as long as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Work is
but
just
inevitably,
adults.
you're gonna make a mistake that's like this on the iceberg.
Yeah.
Suddenly, manager coming at me, like escalate all this shit.
Oh, we use that word escalate as well.
You learn all these new words, man. You learn all these new words.
Have you been told
Just
to
that allocating shit.
Yeah.
There's like corporate buzzwords. Fill the tracker. That's another thing. There's a tracker for everything.
Walk where? Is that all that?
Yeah.
Walk.
One note and all this.
Buddy, wait till a white man makes you cry real tears.
I don't want my girlfriend and my family to kill you. I'm not being rude. It's Goody.
Goody.
Call me Goody.
Yeah.
I wanted you to correct me.
Yeah.
That's when the question when you seem like a real. Because I really like him. So I don't know.
No. I'm a big fan.
Well, why are you trying to the game this week, bro? You say you've been waiting for this.
So I haven't, not this week. Okay. But it was Ashake week. You man must alive, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm charging that to
Okay.
you.
What's I'm not outside, so you know people in this game, like the one that said responsibility.
Yeah. Responsibility. She's mad. She is mad.
What did you say? What's the gig with all this? Because I actually don't understand.
I'm so happy I went out, yeah, because I wouldn't have saw that myself. Do you get me? My missus, it was her birthday weekend, and she wanted me to go out. And I was like, I don't like going to these black events because shit like this. There's gonna be a fight, we wasted money, outfit, all this. So we now go, yeah, it was meant to be in Vela. You know Vela, everyone goes Vela. Cool. It's Friday now, I'm buying her gifts. I'm out here spending bar low, yeah?
Gary Barlow.
Bro, bracelets and shit. So she rings me, she's like, oh, they have to change the venue. I'm like, oh, wow, like, why? Blah, blah. Then she tells me, and remember, during the week, the tickets are selling rapid. Jana had to get me, my Amy's friend, she had to get me my ticket. Jana, don't worry, I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna get paid tomorrow. I'm gonna send it to you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm paying it. Yeah, right. But yeah. So she goes, "Doctor, changing the venue to Soundhouse." I'm thinking, what? They're selling tickets at a rapid pace, and they're putting us on in Soundhouse. This is bollocks. I mean, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Fast forward, they'll get to the place now. Boys, I'm standing there like it's like sardines, boys. Like everyone's squashed together. It's hot. It's sweating. So I go, you know what, let me get a drink, let me get myself going, because I'm angry, I want to have a good time. Mrs. is about to turn like 20 fucking 3, whatever. You know what I mean? I want to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to the bar, boys.
But he's nudging you and
Swear to
shit.
God, no one nudging me. I felt like dick on my ass, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you, boys. No.
Say pause now. Say pause.
No, I'm not saying pause.
Because you know all three of us on this podcast, yeah? We're pause patrol.
Yeah, I know.
You cannot get away with saying that. I hope you cannot. And I saw you tweet it, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm gonna let this one
I was
slide.
like, boys, and then I was walking again. Boys, there was one fella, this fella, I'm not gonna lie, this fella, his dick, it touched
Please,
the ear.
please.
This, what?
Please.
You're blessed.
Please.
So,
Please.
I was like, hey, boy, if I'm feeling this, Amy's feeling this. I'm gonna charge that to the game, innit?
Go deep.
I'm gonna hold that.
Go D, relax.
Come in.
Relax.
Get to the bar now. I'm just like, fuck this. Have you ever been to Soundhouse?
No, I've never been silent, no.
Tight as club, man.
That felt like rock against me either.
So we go upstairs. I'm just sitting there. My head's gone. People are coming in that know me, laughing, blah, blah. So I was talking to some guy. He'll know if he watches this, that. But I'm not going to name names. Giving out what the venue this, that. He told me that they knew from Tuesday that this venue was changed. I was like, what? Blah, blah. So I went downstairs. Mrs. has chronic pains. So, and she's sweating. She's like, I need to get out of here. I can't. I'm gonna faint. Let's get out of here. So between me, Janet, and Amy, I said, like, I did foundation maths. I said on the live we spent 240. It's actually, what's 40 times 3?
120.
120. I said 240 on the live like a tick. Right? Anyways, 120. They just chopped 120 like that.
Yeah.
Well, I walked there. I was talking to 4 girls that were complaining about like not getting in and stuff. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you aren't getting in. No, they won't let us in because they won't let people in.
Yeah.
Grand. Fast forward a couple of days, I was like, nah, this is not right. Like, I felt bad for them girls. Like I said, I'm the man of the people. I like being the man of the people. I said, you know what? On their behalf, I'm going to go on a big rant on a live.
Yeah.
I only expected about 50 people on that live. It was Farouk. Farouk, his uncle, was running the event. So I put up a screenshot and he went, nah, my uncle, this, that, and that. I can't like having people chatting shit. And I goes, look, I'm going live tonight. Do you want to come live? Broski, first night, 700 people watching.
I'm fuming. I was on holidays the time these lives are peaking.
I missed the first night.
Fuming.
The second night, I actually think we're recording on the second night. Yeah, we're recording the second night. I went home, and I was like, because I woke up the next day, it was like, go do this, go do this, go do this. Yeah. I was like, all right, there's hype behind this. And like I said,
I was fuming because like, I love you, but I can't be in Portugal.
No, of course not. Of course not.
So I was looking at my phone. Buddies just went live. I'm just like, you know.
Because then I was like, obviously, because I'm trying to do this podcast thing, I was like, let me see what's happening in Ireland. Like, engage with my own community here. Because as much as I can talk about the UFC and England, I was like, let me see. I'm like 800, 900. And the thing is, I'm going to say this. Some of these people, like, I don't know the first one, I don't know her name was, her points were just not coherent. I'm like, are you here for clout? Bro, or are you here to make a good point?
Even me, bro, I was just she's talking for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening here?
What are you saying, man? I'm actually not being rude. Like, what are you talking
about? Yeah, no, that's how I felt. But I was like, then I went back into like, this is content. Enjoy it for what it is. Don't because after a while I was like, there's probably people here just coming for clout, people coming to laugh.
Not everybody has to talk sense.
When Nessa went in, the comments were ripping.
What did Nessa say?
Nessa said you are all complaining, but you're still gonna go to this event. She's right. They smoked.
They smoked her.
Somebody's got to be a martyr though.
Yeah,
somebody's got to die. Somebody's got to die.
They smoked. But it was like what I loved about it though was there was promoters ringing me and stuff and basically explaining themselves, like,
oh, mad.
And I was like, I had these promoters on rope. Even Farouk told me himself, like, my uncle's stressed because like they don't like people know me or whatever, but like these man don't know me. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of them, Black Irish was on that live. Everyone was there. Someone even tweeted saying Twitter's quiet because everyone's on that IG live. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, it's mad, boys, because when you're on live, you can't leave.
Yeah.
There's 800 people on their phones,
like this,
on WhatsApp, just like this, watching me.
And
they were thinking like a lot of the people that were in there were their customers. They were like, if they listen to him, we lose customers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I said this to the.
That's most of their capacity in their life.
Yeah. 1,000 in Ireland.
Yeah.
Bro, 1,000. Okay, I'm thinking about doing tramline for my shop. I'm like, if I can convert, I can do Vicar Street.
Let's go.
Let's go. If I can convert these people, let's go. I'll do Vicar Street. What the fuck?
Let's go.
If you really fuck with me, because that my life, you asked me on my live show, let's touch on it, I'm gonna do my live show the way I was doing my lives.
Okay.
Topics like is attempting to cheat and cheating. Stuff like that.
Exactly. I said this with my missus the other day. I had this conversation. Is intention enough?
No.
And what intention to cheat?
Attempting, and you have the intention.
So if you walk up to a girl, you ask her for a snap or trying to get back to a hotel, are you cheating?
Yeah.
A lot of people say, but I don't get this.
If your girl did that, would you say she's cheating?
No.
Okay, so where would she have to go?
Cheating is I said it on. I remember this the live that this is where Dave caught the idea to get me on because he watched that. He came on as well, and obviously I had a lot of engagement as well. But it wasn't like the numbers I was doing. It's like 60, 70 people, whatever. Yeah. And I was like, he was just saying like it is cheating because obviously even just thinking about it is cheating. I hear girls even say like texting is cheating. Do you know what I mean? It's emotional cheating. But for me, cheating is either you lips, touch, or fuck.
If your girl is texting every day,
violation.
No, 100%. Every day for 6 months.
Voyo. Are you gonna leave your girl for that? Are you leaving?
Well, here it is. A lot of why we get I'll bring it back to this. A lot of why we get mad is public perception.
Right.
So people catch wind that your girl has been texting a guy for a minute. You may think in your principles it's not cheating. Everybody else is.
I hear it, bro. But
so how are you gonna feel about that?
For me,
Gotti, your girl's been texting. Gotti. Your girl has been texting Sean from down the road for weeks. I've heard about it, bro. She's been mad. How do you feel?
I think it's sometimes
because now you could have a one-to-one conversation. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
You could have a one-to-one conversation with her. Everything's playing calm. But now I'm coming to you and going, your girl's been texting Sean.
Sean's your brother as well, so.
For a week. I know. Bad choice in there. I'm not gonna lie. John. This is John. Oh, no, Tomboy. No. Derek, yes. Yeah. been texting Derek for weeks.
Not cheating, boys.
Yeah. And I had this conversation with my missus, and I told her, intentions is one thing, but ultimately you get judged on what you do. Because if I have the intentions to work out every day, but I'm not working out, it doesn't matter that I have the intention to work out. If I wanted to buy her a gift, and I'm saying I buy you a gift every day, and I have the intentions to, until I do it, she's gonna be like, "You want to buy me a gift?" I was having this conversation. I was like, "Obviously, it's a violation to have the intention,
and it's wrong. I'm not saying it's not wrong for the anti-take me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not wrong, but it's a cheat.
Yeah, I think ultimately we get not a lot of, for the most part, we get judged on what we actually do. If Dave is telling me every day, I think I'm gaining a bit of weight, I have intentions to work out, and I'm getting him for the podcast every week and he's not working out, then I'm like, it doesn't matter what your intentions are. Are you actually doing it? So I understand why someone could be like, okay, they had intentions to cheat, but they actually didn't do it. So it's calm for me because if we
Is
apply,
there a bit more emotional weight though to cheating? Like we're kind of.
That's a good point because
we're kind of comparing a basic thing you do, going to the gym, to something that has a lot more emotional weight to it.
It is.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
fair, like regardless.
But for me, you can't. Can you really? Okay, if I had like he said, if I had intention to kill you, well, am I a murderer now? That's the analogy I used. Maybe extreme, but I could have intent to kill someone, but I don't do it. Am I a murderer?
But how far did you go to try and murder me?
he planned it. But he didn't go through with it. Like that's like texting
How
your
far
phone.
into going through to it?
No.
Like, if you ever watch American Psycho, did you have the knife and go, nah?
No. He was following. You ever watch Dexter? He was following you. He was scanning your patterns. He actually. Then he was seeing what you do.
But then
he pulled up. Last minute, he said,
but
nah.
then there's tendencies to do it then, which you have.
So
and if anybody has tendencies to do something, eventually they're going to do it.
Because there's so many man boys that I've tempted to get a loan deal, boys, and the bid was rejected. Did they cheat?
Did they get injured? Yeah, fell through.
Failed medical. Damn. You didn't sign for the club. Do you hear me?
No, I see both sides because it is a more emotional.
It is a conversation.
Yeah,
it's a conversation.
Yeah, it's a more emotionally like cheating. Having intentions to cheat can actually hurt someone because why are you even thinking of doing that?
Exactly.
But in the analogy, he says, do you get punished if you have the intentions to kill someone? You planned it, you pulled up to the gaff, and you said, "Nah, I don't."
Think about it.
You're not getting punished even by law because that's it's like you can actually go to jail.
Because I see, it was one of them things on Twitter. Is attempting to cheat, and that's what I did.
So do we get punished for our intentions as well? If we intend
I don't
to do
think we
bad
should
things?
get punished about it, but I think we should.
Maybe to a level. Maybe you can get punished to a level.
As individuals, we should focus that we actually there's a tendency in there to do it then. So, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to sit here and applaud myself because, I was about to stick it in and then I didn't.
Look,
it's the fact that I was really going to do it. I need to work on that.
So many times I've moved to girl, but I failed, boys. Did I cheat?
In a relationship, though.
In a relationship. I don't give a shit. I'll say it.
Wild boy.
So many times.
Wild boy.
Tell me it. Did I cheat? Did I cheat, Dave?
I'm not editing this first.
No, don't.
Second of all. But there's you have the characteristics to do it.
Did you do it? That's my main fucking thing. Did you do it?
I mean, technically you didn't. Well, yeah, but you're just delaying doing it.
But that's the thing. What he said, that's the thing. It is a violation. You can still get punished if your missus catches you.
Yeah.
And she's still punished.
She's not gonna talk to you, blah blah.
I'll forget about future tense then. So we're just focusing on one moment.
One moment. Okay. In a club, whatever, coffee shop, whatever. You tried to move to a girl. You failed. Did you cheat?
Now my missus actually said that even pissed her off more. That you even went to try to cheat and you couldn't do it right.
I'll go back to
Chelsea, my guy.
But I'll go back to public perception. Yeah. If your boys saw you do that,
keep quiet. Wait, my boys. Everybody shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, but they'll pattern you. They go, oh yeah, but you tried cheating.
They might pattern you once.
You try, you did. My thing is the action, bro. Did you?
Mm-hmm. No. I see it both ways. Don't get me wrong. If you
you're still liable. You're still liable to get grabbed for it.
Yeah, right. It's wrong. Don't try and Andrew Tate me. It's wrong, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not cheating for me.
But understand, you're still liable to get grabbed for it.
No, of course.
Okay, so if you have that established, then that's grand. That's fine.
For your actions, there is like that Newton's third law. There's an equal and opposite reaction. So if your action is to move to girl, the equal reaction might be like she might tell you off, she might be distant because you didn't do it. If you went all the way, the equal reaction she might leave. But from experience, from the most case, boys or girl, I've known people that have like seen a text on their partner's phone nothing came of it or nothing happened that they know of. They were violated, they were hurt, but for the most part, they were like nothing actually happened.
Exactly.
For the most part, I don't know what would you feel if you look at a girl's phone?
That's perfect.
If you look at your girl's phone and you saw she was texting Jack from work, saying like you look nice, it's like, oh stop, I have a boyfriend.
Wait. If he said it,
but you can tell she's entertaining it, like through text. There's like a week-long text that she's entertaining.
To be fair, we talked about this before in the podcast. Maybe there's an element of a relationship missing if she has to look at that from Jack.
Okay, so you would look within the relationship.
I try to look within the relationship.
That maybe I'm not doing something.
If the relationship was good, then I'm a bit confused.
Okay.
Because if I'm coming home every day and I'm telling you you're fine, you look fine. But I get. Man, relationships are nuanced. They're confusing.
Yes.
They're confusing.
Because sometimes it's not about you.
I can tell you that, and that's not enough.
Yes.
That is not enough.
I was literally about to say sometimes when I've moved bad in the past, sometimes it's not even about the partner. It's about me and my ego and what I want to satisfy.
Yeah.
Like I am. Everything is good, but I like the attention that I'm getting here, and I will dabble in it
because it's coming.
I love. That's one thing that killed me in the past. Even now, but I'm gonna lie to this boy's flat. I said it to her. She used to run my Dongo Productions, yeah.
I heard this.
Until a couple of they start even after the lawyers, boys. There was a few. I was like, I tried to follow you a couple of years ago. He's right. Now he's
Yeah.
Even with the people talk to you different, bro.
Yeah.
I was at Abs' party. Shout out Abs, bro, my guy. And those these girls like, oh, you're the man at the podcast. I was like, yeah. I was like, a couple of years ago, you must. You know what I mean?
What point were you making?
They told you different now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm better than you started coming in here. You know what I mean? I was like, gassed off that. 100%.
Yes.
He's actually about patting the bike. That's what gets me gassed.
Yes.
Who, bro? For research purposes. Who?
Even
Come.
I even this is another conversation I was having at home. I was like saying is like Kevin Hart. I've been following Kevin Hart's career from the beginning.
That's my idol.
So I was like saying he was married initially. And then when he got the fame, he was out here cheating and doing everything. And now he's remarried. Yeah. And I deeped it. I was like, did he marry his first wife because that was his options? Now that his option increased, he realized, wait, I don't have to be married to her. Then it made me think, it's like, if he never became Kevin Hart, would he just stay, like, he could still be in that marriage knowing, like, do we just end up with the options we have in front of us? Yeah. That's it. Like, if we were in a different side, we would choose different.
Did you read his book?
I didn't.
I read his book. So he was married young.
Okay.
So he was 22 when he married her. They already had kids. And they had one kid, and then they tried to fix the relationship by having another one. So he was cheating before the fame. So remember, he cheated on Nico.
Okay,
Remember? So he was cheating before the family. They just they just didn't work out, and they tried to fix it by having another child. So he's already been cheating. So niggas cheat without having.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
money.
But your options do increase with money.
Definitely.
Do you think it's a temptation as well, just as you gain more notoriety and stuff like that?
Nigga, working tomorrow. Working tomorrow.
Come on, the energy, man. Only because you're driving and letting you away with it.
I know. Please. Enjoy yourself, bro. This is why.
Yeah.
We'll do an annual Dongo pod.
Yeah, I'm here, boys. I'm here, of course, bro.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying, do you think... I cut you off.
No, I was saying just with the notoriety of it, because look how easy it can happen.
Yeah.
All you did was just, let's face it, waffle about clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Boom. 1K. Now you have... Do you know what I mean?
Bro, they came. I remember even seeing. I seen McGregor. I've said the story, but I didn't say it on the pod with Blair because he was there. But the night I seen McGregor in 22, when he left the club and he had his G-Wagon and some big Jeep, and boys, I was seeing the girls. He filled the two cars up, and there was one girl on her knees trying to get in. Like that's bro begging. You can ask your man Blair; they'll tell you word for word. I was just like, boys, imagine having that type of power.
Yeah. It's actually. It's near impossible not to abuse it. Like I know we judge him, and I always say it, but I always say this about Tiger Woods. I've said it so many times. I'm like, Tiger Woods said a quote and it resonated with me after he got caught in all the scandals, and he said, "I worked so hard in all my youth, I felt like I should enjoy life's temptation." Yeah. And to become Tiger Woods, the greatest golfer of all time. Do you know how much sacrifice and how much he gave up in his childhood, going to parties? He gave all that up.
On that Jordan before I lose it, I was saying this the other day to someone. It's like, see with fame, you give up something.
Yeah. Like word for word, I said this is simple. There's a price to be Tiger Woods.
You can't, not just Tiger, everybody. You can't go shop normal. You can't do nothing. Like that, they're all boxed in. They're they're all depressed because you can't move.
Yeah.
Even like I'm nowhere near any of these man, but like I was sitting there with Nessa the other day in the park after she got cooked. So I felt like I was like, let me just talk and chill. I felt bad. Right? Some chap was wearing a JD top. He was obviously walking. He wasn't even a black person. He was like
Ndibu.
Right? He goes, oh, what's up, Dongo? I was like, oh, all right, what's up? And I goes to Nessa, like, do you know him? He's like, no. So I look at you, Mr. Fett. I was like, it's mad that people that don't even know you.
The thing is, no, because you do podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like I know you, but like this is like maybe 5 times we've seen each other.
Yeah.
Because you talked about your dad, you talked about your kids, so when I meet you, we can talk because we already have
it's mad people come with you. It's like I'm like, but imagine on their level, constantly, every day they can't move, boys. You give up something, you lose something.
No, just on that point I was making, it's like, if then you gave up all of that in your childhood for this greatness, you get there and then you have all the options of restaurants, of money and women and anything. I don't know if I would do anything differently to Tiger Woods because it's easy for me to judge from where I'm sitting. Yeah.
While you're on that point, do you ever get scared of that though? Hitting your peak?
You, Mr. Famous, talk to us.
No, just in general.
With my missus, I am, because she's the complete polar different opposite of me.
But I'm talking about you.
Oh, me.
Because sometimes I remember someone said it, like, and I've heard people say it before, like some people are afraid of hitting peak fame as much as they're afraid of dying. Because it's like you've completed it all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that get to the mountaintop and get depressed.
Yeah, and I always say, like, why are you depressed? You have money,
Yeah.
Like, so many of them are depressed. So why is that?
KD got to the top and he won championship.
Yeah.
And he says it didn't fulfill him as much as he did. So did Kyrie.
Patrice ever said
they said it didn't fulfill him as much as they thought it would.
Pinnacle, Patrice ever said the same.
On Steve Bradley, he said they won the Champions League, celebrate for a few minutes, and that was it.
Yeah.
It was, I think Lampard said it as well. Like, after they won it, he's like, almost like, how? That's everyone's dream to lift the European Cup.
Yeah, from a kid.
From a kid, and it's not fulfilling.
But a lot of dreams overrated though.
Yeah, bro, it is scary. Because all you want, like I said, I always say to God, I'm like, one of the things when I'm praying, I always say, like, if I'm ever ungrateful for this love that you're giving me, I'm sorry, because obviously clean water, have a home, all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, people who have more than me are ungrateful. Do you know what I mean? It's mental. It's scary.
It's the idea that the dreams are so unobtainable to us.
Yeah, but I think
but they're like that close.
I always
to
say
it.
like the journey's better than the like when you
100%.
Yeah.
Like all of this, doing this, like coming here. I'm tired. I love this. I don't know if I'll be fulfilled. Like I have one. Maybe I'll ask you too. I have one goal in doing podcasting. I want to sit down across from Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz. If I ever get to, and I know it's possible now because True Geordie, who grew up in Newcastle, and he sat down and did a podcast with Andrew Schultz. So I was like, oh yeah, if you just keep working at it, True Geordie did Flagrant.
How much on
So that's my thing. I'm like, what if I do that then? Do I still have the same drive to come and do this? What motivates me after? What's your goal then? Like in within this?
Within Kevin Hart.
Yeah, if you sit down and have a talk down with Kevin Hart, what's next?
He gave me the blueprint of
laughing
being
my
yourself,
pain.
laughing my pain, being yourself.
Yeah.
So if I was able to sit across from him and interview him, talk to him about his life and chop it up, because he's very. We watched the pivot, and I loved that episode because I was like, please, people watch that. And people watched it. People were watching it because he was on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, he's just so. He's not just funny. He's so knowledgeable. He's so smart. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, if I sat down beside him, that'd be the pinnacle for me. That's my Champions League.
Yeah,
and then you asked me, you were like, "Are you fulfilled then?" And where'd you go from? I don't know.
Yeah. I feel the same. They said it to True Geordie. True Geordie said if you sat down next to Rogan, even though he like Kevin Hart, you probably know all the stories. Yeah. You've heard everything. So what are you really gonna ask him? Yeah. But just to say like, I looked my idol in the face. I sat next to him. And these things, the internet has made the world so small that it's so possible. Yeah. Like I'm watching my favorite podcast do with KSI, and KSI is doing podcasts with the US Dons, and I'm like, all you gotta do is like, obviously it's insane work ethic. Insane work ethic. And you have to be willing to put it there. But it's up to you. And that's why I can never really hate on mans. I can never look at people that are doing at a level. Like Tommy was in my gaff and he was telling me they meet on Wednesdays, they record on Sundays, they're doing this, that's happening. And I'm like, you are hearing the work they put in. If you're not willing to at least match that, then you can't complain.
Yeah, 100%. I always say, we always look at people like, oh, he has bar. Yeah. They did something. Do you know what I mean? Like, they did. Even Kevin Hart has a movie coming out. He just released a movie. He's on tour.
Yeah.
That is insane. That's the work you have to put in, boys. You know what I mean? And I said it yesterday. Every day, boy, I'm sitting in my job. I'm like, I'm thinking my escape plan.
What?
Even if I'm not happy, what will fulfill me is my mother being happy through my work.
Yeah.
My missus not having to worry about anything. That's my dream. That's my goal. And I will do everything in my power, boys, together. No matter how much people snake me, no matter how people try chat shit, boys, I'm a soldier. Do you know what I mean? I'm a warrior. I'm a broker soldier. You know what I mean, boys?
Yeah.
We don't give up. So that's my thing, boys.
Yeah.
And I will do a lot for people from areas like me, saying a boy like me that's not articulate, didn't get a degree, blah, blah, can rise up and make it.
Yeah.
They're doing so much for kids. That means a lot to me. So that's what I say. No one, no disrespect, boys. No one can talk to me, boys. In the sense of like people are texting me saying, you made my day after me being sad. Do you know how powerful that is deep in?
Yeah.
Someone is sad, watched me, a kid from Brookfield, and I made you happy because I'm talking.
Yeah.
Talking, boys. You talk to anyone.
That's better than X amount of views. Any views you can name.
I couldn't give a shit about the views, boys.
Yeah, yeah.
Nessa said to me one day, we're talking about something, she goes, oh, you're better than me. I go, Nessa, don't you dare ever say that to me ever again. I'm not better than anybody. I'm just here, like you boys, we all have different goals and ambitions. Like, I want to ask you, just like do this thing just to, it's just thing on the side, or you actually want to do something with this? Because me, I want this to get me out of my job.
We wouldn't be doing it weekly if we didn't want to do something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I want this to get me out of my job.
Goldie, I was gonna not come here today.
I literally heard that.
Goody, like Goody two shoes.
Goldie!
Goody. Yes.
I said Goody the
Even
first
say
time.
Dongo, you were saying Goldie.
Just say Dongo.
That battery's died. Anyway, yeah. Before
You
we
want to
wrap
use the
up-
other camera? You want to use the other camera?
To the camera.
Hura's camera.
We have to set it up.
Oh, yeah.
We only have like 5 minutes. So I said we'll give it a few minutes. Wait.
Grand.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What was my point?
We do this weekly because you want to do something.
Yeah. So I was gonna not come here today because of the bullshit in life, and I was like, that's the same thing. I feel like I'm always thinking of an escape plan myself. So I can't think of this escape plan and be like, oh yeah, I want to escape the bullshit, but I can't show up because of the bullshit. Makes no fucking sense. And I said that to Jordan today. I said, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Like I've had stuff going on in my day, but I'm gonna show up here. And that's the thing, like, you've got to, what we've done, to be fair, for weeks, we've lived by our word. We said, we're going to be here every single week.
No matter what.
And we used to sit there, bro, and that's the thing, we used to sit there and moan, do you know what I mean? But it's like, we can't sit there and moan if we weren't putting the work in. Fast forward a year, we're putting the work in. So
And we're seeing the results. Like I always say, it's like, shout out to Fiona. Fiona came on, and I said, there's always an episode that you can see people are seeing you more. Like, even if people are not following, people are not liking, I know they're seeing it. Like, I just know. Fiona came on, and maybe because Fiona's very liked within the community, she came on, and from then on, I was like, okay, the work is shown. Because you could do this for a week, and once you don't see results sometimes, you're like, you can get a bit discouraged. But just seeing that shift, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, you don't focus on the results. Focus on the process. Yeah. Keep working. Keep showing up. Keep coming. Keep doing the clips. Keep doing the TikToks. Yeah. There's a saying that says, if you build it, they will come. Yeah. I always say the analogy is like, nobody wants to help the guy at the side of the road with his car breaks down, putting his thumb out. But if you see someone pushing their car, you're like, let me just give my hand. So for me, there is an escape plan. I even watch the thing I would love to do is like sports agenda. I watched Patrick Beverley. Chris Paul lost in the playoffs. Patrick Beverley went to ESPN. I was watching this. I was like,
that's his dream.
To talk shit about sports? Yeah. That is. I watched Ariel Alwani.
I'm actually convinced that's Jordan's ultimate goal.
That's his dream.
Ariel Alwani was batting for Leon Edwards for 4 years. Leon Edwards won, yeah? He did a 30-minute video telling everybody, DC, you were wrong. I was watching this. You know, sometimes when you see something, like, you probably saw this with football. You said, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I watch those kind of content, yeah? One day, I'm just going to do
He's
sports
every
agenda.
week, he refers to his pop every. He's like, my goal in life is become a professional hater.
Yeah, I see it. All it is, boys, you just have to keep showing up. I remember my first live I did it with Babbo. And it was meant to be kind of a banter thing. People know Babbo from the community. His English isn't like mine. It was going to be a laugh. One person watched that live. It was my sister.
Mad.
You get me? So he went from 1 person to 1,000 people. And it was sitting 1,000 pretty. It wasn't like 1,000 that was dropping.
No, it was sitting 1,000. I was there.
At 12, midnight.
Exactly. Work the next day.
People are texting me and people got food for this live, bro.
I saw Cello. Shout out Cello. He's cast it to his
watch
TV.
it on the screen. Nesto stop fucking doing his fucking production to watch it. Do you get me? So it's like, boys, just consistency. Like I said, you are brilliant, boys. You especially, you're a podcaster.
Yes.
I told him. Podcast and
I tell him and Deji, market yourself more.
The highest compliment I can pay you. Yeah, I want when my son grows up because I don't follow shade room, shade board. I'm not into that bitchy, gossipy shit. There's a lot of men. Let me say this as well. There's not enough men in the world. there's a lot of pussies out there. Men are men. No, men are men.
They
Men
still
are going
war.
around gossiping.
They still
Men are
war.
going around saying, look at me, like I said.
Like who, bro?
Look, I'll tell you. Don't worry, I'll tell you. Because I don't want to be too disrespectful, yeah?
Yeah.
Me and Smiley had a heart-to-heart yesterday. We laid it out. I'm like, Smiley, I'm not happy with this. What are you not happy with? And he laid out whatever. We had a man-to-man conversation. We left it at that. But we talked as men. It was not
Always
me.
been a difficult
Because I was, no, let me not lie. I was complaining to me, missus, what the fuck, what's going on, this, that, and I was going mad. But we had a man-to-man conversation yesterday. Do you know what I mean? But there's not enough for that. There's too many pussies out there. There is.
Yeah.
And you know who you are as well. There are too many pussies that chat shit about other men. I don't get that. Where the fuck? Look, we always say, men used to go to fucking war.
used to go to war.
Men used to go to war.
Clink, clink.
Now, man, I getting their nails done and that. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's going on?
I'm pissed myself.
No, fuck that.
I hear it, bro. I hear it, bro. Just gonna war.
Yeah.
So
It's an uncomfortable conversation. 'Cause
It is an uncomfortable conversation.
We've been in that position before. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
respect someone so much. If you had a problem with me, say it to me.
Yeah.
We've had calls. They'd be like, this,
And I could feel, bro.
Say it to me.
I could feel it brewing.
Yeah,
I could feel it called brewing because I know I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I was even missing podcasts at the time.
When I tell you, man, what I'm
Motivation.
about to tell you, you're gonna be shocked. Because I am. I'm not loyal. I don't give a fuck.
What you about to tell us? The drink is kicking in. Dongo's
No,
here, bro.
I'm hurt, boys. I'm not. Like I said, I looked at this person as a brother. I see a man as brothers, and it's not nice hearing certain things, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm a soldier. No point in complaining. You dust yourself off and you go again, and you show people what you can do. Do you know what I mean? That's it. And like I said, back to the thing I was saying. My highest compliment I can pay you is I want when my son grows up, what he's consuming. He's listening to people like you. Do you get me?
Is it
because he's so fucking intelligent? Bro.
Is it because your son is also light skinned? That's why
Yeah,
you
it's quite sophisticated. But I think this podcast, people need to start fucking listening. You not talk. He's having a bit of banter as well, but you talk real shit. And I like listening to you, boys.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I think when the camera's dead. Man, I should have done the fucking media. Anyways, you can follow us on Instagram. We are Charger to the Game Pod. You can follow us on TikTok, Charger to the Game Pod. Find us on Twitter. It's CITTG_podcast. I am on Instagram as Sir Jordan M, all one word, and you are
Dave_Smith without the I.
And of course, you guys know the Hood Celeb.
Hood Celeb.
It's probably the reason that most of you guys are listening. I hope you enjoyed that rant.
Quick song of the week before.
Oh yeah, so what's your song of the week? What are you playing this week?
Be humble, see you daily.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
See you daily.
I will admit I started listening to Be Humble since the Chunks thing. I'll put my hand up and say that.
Cosign are important in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
They're important. And what's your song of the week, bro?
I get a little bit cultural with it sometimes. I went to Portugal last week, so I've been listening to this genre called Fado.
Okay.
It's like Portuguese, kind of like folk music and stuff. So I've been listening to that a little bit.
Right. Goodie.
Range.
You are more than welcome anytime. Like
Thank you, appreciate
we said at the
Yeah.
start, people
Thanks for
probably
having me
talk.
on. God bless.
Yeah, people talk. We're probably fanboying, but we
No,
really
no,
fuck with the content. We gotta let people know that.
I think it's genuine love.
Yeah, we gotta let people know that. Anyways, if you got this far and you made it to the end of the pod and you didn't like anything Dongo said, well, you can charge that to the game. Thank you for listening.
I love that. I love that ending.
You just hold that down, do you?
Yeah, I think you hold it down.
Yeah.